definitely I will give you the best content related to Apache Kafka and how to interact with Apache Kafka by using Spring Boot. All right, let's get started. The agenda, what we are going to discuss. First, we'll talk about what is the need of messaging systems as part of our applications. We all are the programmers. We are developing our applications by using Java. Some people are working on web applications development. Some people are working on mobile applications, and some people are developing the projects by using monolith architecture. Some people are developing the projects by using microservices architecture. When we are developing our applications, why we need to know about these messaging systems? What is the main reason of going for messaging systems? Then what are the messaging systems available in the market, and what is Apache Kafka? A solid introduction we are going to understand about Apache Kafka. Then Kafka terminology. If you want to work with Kafka, you need to know some terminology. What is Kafka? What is producer in the Kafka? What is consumer in the Kafka? What is a topic in the Kafka? Those details we are going to talk. Then Apache Kafka use cases. Sir, you are teaching Apache Kafka, but how I will understand that? Where to use the Apache Kafka in the project? I'm working in the banking application, or I'm working in the healthcare application. I'm working in the telecom application. I'm working in the retail application. What are the use cases to go for Apache Kafka in my application? Those things also I'm going to cover. Next one, how to install the softwares to work with Apache Kafka. So Apache Kafka is a software, right, which is given by some other company, not from the Sun Microsystem, not from the Oracle. We are the Java developers, Java given by Sun Microsystem. Now our Java application wants to communicate with Apache Kafka. Apache Kafka given by some company, right? Then we need to download the software, we need to install that software, then we need to do some configurations so that our Java application can communicate with Apache Kafka. What is the installation procedure we will understand. And Apache Kafka integration with the Spring Boot live demo I am going to show you, because it is a workshop, so doing the complete coding here it's not possible. I will show you the project, and I will show you all the configurations that I have done to communicate with the Apache Kafka. Live demo I'm going to show you to integrate Spring Boot with Apache Kafka. This is main agenda for today's workshop. Is it clear for everyone? What we are going to discuss? Need of messaging systems, Apache Kafka introduction, Kafka terminology, Kafka use cases, Kafka installation, Kafka integration with the Spring Boot live demo. So these are the topics that I'm going to cover as part of today's workshop. Good. Chalo. Now, first, before getting into Apache Kafka, first let's understand what is data and how the data is getting generated. In today's world, data is the main ingredient of internet applications, and it typically encompasses the following. How the data is getting generated, guys? Now, daily, how many software projects you are using in your daily life? So today morning you woke up at 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock or 5 o'clock. After come out from the bed, how many applications you have used? You might have used your WhatsApp. WhatsApp is one mobile application. You might have used your Facebook to check some news feed. Facebook is one web application. Some people will use Instagram. Some people will use LinkedIn. Now you joined in this session by using Zoom software. Our daily life is tightly coupled with so many applications. Can you imagine your day without internet? Can you imagine your day without internet? No. Some ladies, whenever they wake up in the morning, they will check groceries, big basket. They want to place some vegetables order, Swiggy, Instamart. Some people will check makeup, any new makeup kit available in the Amazon or Flipkart, right? Like this, our daily life is tightly coupled with so many software applications. That means in a day, you are generating so much of data, guys. In a day, you are generating so much of data. You are using WhatsApp. You will update a status in the WhatsApp. Today, Sunday morning, I am cooking the food. Some people will cook the food on Sundays. They will take a video. They will upload in the WhatsApp status. That means you are generating some data. You will chat with your friend. If you have a boyfriend or girlfriend, good morning. Good morning. You will send a message like this. To your friends or your family groups are there. You will send a good morning message when you wake up. Okay, right? That means you are generating so much of data. In the WhatsApp, you are sending the messages. Whenever you send a message, WhatsApp has to store your data, right? You are uploading a photo in the Instagram application should store your data, right? You are using a Facebook should store your data. Like this, so much of data people are generating on daily basis. So much of data people are generating on daily basis. That data is very important, guys. The data is very important. Okay. Now, page visits and clicks. How many people are opening the Facebook website today? How many people are opening the WhatsApp? How many people are opening Instagram? Now, we are running Ashok IT Institute. For me, how many people are visiting Ashok IT website in a day? For which course people are inquiring? Which course page they are visiting in the day? That I need that data because I am doing some business. Ashok IT Institute is running. So if we want to start the new batches, we need the people. If the people are available, then only we will start the new batch. So for which course we are getting more inquiries, we have a website. ashokitech.com website is available. So people are visiting our website. So people are visiting which page in our website. People are inquiring for which course in our website. I need that data. So if I am getting more inquiries for the Spring Boot, then I will start a Spring Boot batch. If I am getting more inquiries for the Python, I will start a Python batch. That means data is very important. Data is very important. Now, how the data is getting generated? You are going to visit a page. You will click some links in the page, or you will perform some actions in the page. User activities, page visits and clicks will be available. Logs monitoring. When you are using application will generate the log messages. Application will generate the log messages. Now, if any problem occurs in the application, then we need to monitor the log files. So logs, if you are using the logging in the project, that means your application generating some data. If you are using logs in your application, that means when users are accessing the application, that means it is going to generate the data. It is going to generate the data. Guys, are you able to understand? If you are using WhatsApp application will have a logging, or WhatsApp application will not have the logging. WhatsApp application will have the logging, or WhatsApp application will not have the logging. WhatsApp application also will have the logging. Logs will be generated. So monitoring the logs is also very important. Events corresponding to logins. Now, from which country people are logging into my application? From which country people are accessing my application? When user login from particular country, I want to display some advertisement for that user. Okay. Social networking activities such as likes, shares, and comments. Whenever we upload a photo, and people will do the likes, people will do the shares, people will do the comments on the social media. Like this, we are generating so much of data in our daily life. We are generating so much of data in our daily life. Now, when the data is getting generated, is there any use of that data? How many people are visiting my website? How many people are logging into my website? How many people registered into my website? What actions users are performing in my application? What are the logs generating by my application? What are the comments I am getting for the people I am getting from the people for my social media posters? All this data is very important for me to analyze, to understand the behavior of the users, to understand the psychology of the users. We need this data. Based on the data, we can perform our operations. If I'm getting more inquiries for the Spring Boot, then I will start a new Spring Boot batch. If I'm getting more inquiries for the Java full stack development, I will start a Java full stack batch, right? So this data is very important. In the today's world, data is very important, guys. If you want to run any business, without the data, you cannot do anything. Without data, you cannot do anything. Data is most important nowadays. How the data is getting generated? People are visiting the websites. People are clicking on the links in the website. People are performing some activities on the websites. So users are generating that data, and now we need to monitor that data, and we need to analyze that data, and we need to promote our business. Are you guys able to understand how the data is getting used in the software? How the data is getting used in the software? Simple example, sir. You will go to one supermarket, big bazaar. They will give you one gift card. You will fill up your number. By the time you come to your home, you will get a call from some bank. So we have a credit card offer. How the bank people are getting your number? The supermarket people selling your data to the banks. The supermarket people selling your data to the banks. And simple, if you join in the software company, immediately you will get a call from the bank. Do you want personal loan? Do you want home loan? Do you want car loan? Do you want credit card? How you join in a software company, how your data sent to the banks? Yes or no? So the data is very important. The data is very important. So people are selling some data. People are selling your data. People are selling your data. Are you guys able to understand? If you visit a supermarket, or if you go for any DMart, if you give your mobile number in any shop, or in any supermarket, in any store, that data will go to some other companies, and you will get the calls from them, and they are going to do advertisement about their business. You are going to get advertisements from their business. So data is the king. Always the data is king in the market. Without the data, we cannot do anything. How the data is generating? Page visits, page clicks, user activities, logs monitoring, events corresponding to logins, social networking activities. Based on all these things, so much data is getting generated. Based on all these things, so much data is getting generated. Now tell me, data is important or data is not important for us? Data is important or data is not important for us? Data is very, 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 very important. Sir, we came for Apache Kafka. Why are you talking about the data? Apache Kafka is used for storing the data only. Are you guys able to understand why I'm spending some time to explain you the data? Apache Kafka is used to store the data only. I will tell you how Apache Kafka is used to store the data. When the database is already available, why we need to go for Apache Kafka to store the data? I'm preparing the background for you to tell you what is the Apache Kafka. Okay, with this you understand how the data is getting generated. Users are using the applications. Users are performing the operations on the applications. Application logs are generating. People are performing some actions in the social media. And number of things we are doing in our daily life. So with our actions, data is getting generated. Data is getting generated. Now, when the data is getting generated, we are going to use that data to perform some analysis on the data. Okay, now guys, data is generating only one time. Data is generating continuously. Data is generating only one time, or data is generating continuously. Now suppose you are chatting in the WhatsApp. You are chatting with your boyfriend or girlfriend. Hi. Whenever you send a message, immediately you will get the response hello. Then again you will send a reply, had your breakfast. From there you will get the reply, yes, just now completed. What you ate in the breakfast? Idli. Idli with sambar or idli with chutney. Like this chatting will happen with your friend or not? But data is generating only one time, or data is generating continuously. Data is generating continuously. That is called data stream. Data is generating from a stream. The data is generating continuously. When the data is generating continuously, WhatsApp has to capture your data continuously. That is called event stream. Stream is a flow of data. Data will be generating continuously. You are chatting with your friends. I am chatting with my friends. Somebody is chatting with their friends. The data is continuously generating. When the data is continuously generating, we need to capture that data. Event streaming we have to perform in our applications. Event streaming is the practice of capturing data in real time from event sources. So from the WhatsApp data is generating, from Instagram data is generating, from YouTube data generating, from Google data, from every application data is generating. So when the data is generating continuously, we need to capture that data. That is called event stream. Event streaming is the practice of capturing the data in the real time from event sources. Event source means the application which is generating the data, that is called source. I want to capture the data from the multiple sources. That is called event streaming. Event streaming is the practice of capturing data in real time from event sources. Sources can be a database, or it can be a sensor, it can be a mobile device, it can be a cloud service, or it can be a software application. From software application data generating, from mobile applications data generating, from databases the data is generating, from sensors data is generating, from the flights data generating, from the railways, from the rails the data is generating. From everywhere there are so many sources are available to generate the data. If you want to capture that data continuously, then we need to go for event stream. Event streaming is the practice of capturing the data in real time from event sources. Sources are multiple. To generate the data, do we have only one source to generate the data, or we are having multiple sources to generate the data? Multiple sources we have to generate the data. Now let's talk about banking applications. Can you imagine how many people performed transactions today? From today morning 6 o'clock to 9:30, within 3.5 hours. How many net banking transfers will happen within 3 hours of time? Can you imagine? Can you imagine how many people has withdrawn the money from the ATMs? How many people transfer the money from Google Pay, from Phone Pay, from Paytm? Google Pay transfers are happening. Phone Pay transfers are happening. Net banking transfers are happening. Crores of people doing the transactions in a day. From the ATMs, people are withdrawing the money. From the Google Pay, Phone Pay, UPI, net banking, Paytm, people are transferring the data. Now think about SBI application. For the SBI application, how the data is getting generated? From the ATMs, some data generating, from the Phone Pay data generating, from the Google Pay data generating, from the net banking data generating, from the banks data generating. There are so many sources available to generate the data, and the SBI bank should monitor all the data. From where to where the transactions are happening, what is the source of the transaction, what is the destination of the transaction, all this data that the SBI bank should monitor. SBI bank should monitor. Simple example, guys. Today, go to the bank and deposit 1 crore in your bank account. Immediately, you will get a call from the bank manager. आपको कितना पैसे कहां से आया? How you got 1 crore of rupees? That means they are going to monitor. Now you have your ATM deposit machine. Go to the ATM and deposit 20 lakhs in the ATM machine. Immediately you will get a call from the bank manager. Why are you depositing 20 lakhs? From where you got this money? They are going to monitor continuously. From the different sources data is generating, we need to capture the data from the different sources. Event streaming is the practice of capturing the data in the real time from different sources. Source can be a database, source can be a sensor, source can be a mobile device, source can be a cloud application, source can be a software application. Data is very important for us. Okay. Now, storing the streams of data for later retrieval. When the data is getting generated, we need to store that data. And we need to use that data for our next operations. Okay. Now, I'm going to monitor the bank data. So I will understand how the people are performing the transactions. I will monitor e-commerce data. I will understand what type of products the people are purchasing. Like this, we are going to analyze the data. from where the data is generating, we are going to use that data. If you monitor the data and if you store the data, you can keep right information at right place at right time. Now, simple example, sir. I'm starting a Spring Boot batch. If I send a message to the Python people, is there any use? For my website, so many people are visiting our Ashok IT website. For everybody, I'm going to send the message about Spring Boot batch, or I will send the message for the people who visit the Java page. Can you tell me? Will I send Spring Boot message for everybody who visit Ashok IT website, or Spring Boot is specific to a Java people? Anybody who visit Java page in the Ashok IT website, only for them I'm going to send the Spring Boot new batch message. That means keeping the right information at right place and using at the right time. So if you have collected the data, if you store the data, you can use the data at right time, at right place to promote your business. Data is generating continuously from the different sources. We need to store that data. We need to monitor that data, and we need to analyze that data. We need to use the data for our business operations. So event stream is very important. Capturing the data means capturing the real-time data continuously. Stream of data I'm going to capture from different sources, and I'm going to use that data for my business operations. Okay, got it, sir? What is the data and what is event stream? Data is very important for analysis purpose. Data generating from several applications, from several sources. We need to capture that data. We need to analyze that data, to monitor, to analyze. We are going to store that data. Why we are storing the data? Why we are analyzing the data? To use that data for our business operation. To use the data to promote our business. To use the data to understand our customers' behavior. To understand our customers' behavior, to understand our business operations, to understand what to do next, we are going to analyze the data. Simple example, sir. Simple example. You search for one product in the Flipkart and go to Facebook. That product will be displayed in the Facebook for you as advertisement or not? Yes or no? Simple example. You search for a mobile in the Flipkart or Amazon, then close that application, log in into Facebook. In the Facebook, whatever the mobile you visit in the Flipkart, same mobile will be displayed as an advertisement for you in the Facebook, in the YouTube also, in the Gmail also. That means they are tracking your IP address. Whenever you visit any e-commerce website, they will track your IP address, from which IP, which product they have searched. Then they will sell your data to Gmail, Facebook, YouTube, Google. That Flipkart company, Amazon company will share your data with the Google. Will share your data with the Google. Will share your data with the Facebook. From this IP address, they search Redmi mobile. Okay, when you go to Facebook, same Redmi mobile will be displayed as an advertisement for you. That is how they are using the data to promote their business. That is how they are using the data to promote your business. Now you will get a question, sir, how whatever the data I have searched in the Flipkart is displaying in the Facebook as an advertisement? That is called message queues are used. That's where message queues are used. Apache Kafka is used between the Facebook application and the Flipkart application. Apache Kafka is there. Facebook application will give your data to Apache Kafka. Apache Kafka will give your data to the Facebook. Are you guys able to understand? Based on your mobile number, based on your email ID, based on your IP address, they are going to use your data to promote their businesses. That's where message queues comes into picture. All right. Now let's get into next slide. Now let's talk about our application architecture, software applications. Some people are following the monolith architecture to develop the application. Some people are following microservices to develop the application. Now, in our applications, we are going to use logging, right? If you go for monolith architecture, one log file will be created. If you go for microservice architecture, multiple logs files will be created. So see here, people will be accessing multiple microservices. Every microservice is one separate application. Every microservice is going to generate some logs. So data will be generating from multiple APIs. In the monolith, from one application, data will be generated. In the microservices, from multiple APIs, data will be generated. So do we need to analyze all the logs of all the microservices, or we no need to analyze the logs of all the microservices? We need to analyze the logs of all the microservices. We need to analyze the logs of all the microservices. Are you guys able to follow this? Now, we are going to get the data from multiple APIs. We are going to get the data from multiple APIs, and we need to analyze that data, and we need to monitor that data. We need to analyze that data, and we need to monitor that data, guys. We need to analyze the data and we need to monitor that data. Now, why we need to monitor the data? What is the use of the data? What is the use of the data? Where we are going to use the data? Applications data can be used to run analytics in the real time, serving various purposes. If you have the data, you can use the data for multiple purposes, for analysis purpose, right? What are the sum of use cases for the data? Where we are going to use the data? Delivering the advertisements. Delivering the advertisements. That is one of the main reason we are going to use the data. Delivering the advertisements. Delivering the advertisements is one of the main reason. And tracking abnormal users' behavior. Who are using our application? We want to track the abnormal users' behavior. Displaying the search based on relevance. Whatever you search, based on that, we are going to display the results. Search based on the relevance. Showing recommendations based on previous activities. This is what. When you search for some product in the Flipkart, that product will be displayed in the Facebook. That means they are going to show the recommendations based on your previous activities. They are going to show you some recommendations based on previous activities. Are you able to understand? Are you able to understand why we are going to use the data? Why we are going to use the data? We are going to use the data for analysis purpose, for promotion purpose, to show the recommendations based on the previous activities, to understand the user's behavior, to understand the user's behavior, to understand the abnormal user's behavior, to understand the normal user's behavior, to understand the normal user's behavior. We are going to use this data. We are going to use this data. Delivering the advertisements, abnormal users behavior, search based on the relevance, showing the recommendations based on the previous activities. For all these purposes, we are going to use the data. So with this, what we got, data is very important. Data is generating from multiple sources, and the data we are going to use to promote our business or to analyze the data or whatever you want. You want to run some analytics on the data. For these things, we are going to use it. Okay, now let me note down what we have covered so far. Let me note down what we have covered so far. Now we understood what is data, importance of data, what is data and importance of data, what is event streaming, uses of data, data sources, importance of the data, event streaming, and data sources. Okay, data is very crucial for every business. Without data, we can't do anything. Data is generating from multiple sources. There are so many applications, so many databases are there, mobiles are there, devices are there, sensors are there. From so many sources, data is generating. We need to capture the data from all the sources and we need to store it for analytics purpose. And we can use our data to promote our business, to track the user's behavior, to understand the application's behavior, to show the recommendations for the users based on the activities. We are going to use that data. Okay, now guys, let's take a scenario. I want to share the data from one application to another application. I want to share the data from one application to another application. Can you tell me how can I share the data from one application to another application? Now I have my front-end application. My front-end application, whoever is using my application, I want to store the data in the database. Whoever is using Hadoop applications, I want to store the data. Database slaves, chat servers, I want to exchange the data from one application to another application. I want to exchange the data from one application to another application. Is it easy to establish the connection between multiple applications to exchange the data? Can you see this diagram? Several applications are communicating with other applications. One application communicating with another application, or one application communicating with multiple applications. Is it easy to exchange the data from one application to another application? Is it easy to exchange the data from one application to another application? Guys, could you please tell me? Could you please tell me, is it easy to exchange the data from one application to another application? If you want to exchange the data from one application to another application, you need to establish some pipeline between the applications. Simple example, sir. How you will transfer the water from one place to another place? By using a pipe. There should be a stream. There should be a stream to transfer the data from one place to another place. That is called pipe. Pipe is going to act as a stream to transfer the data from one place to another place. Similarly, I want to transfer the data from one application to another application. So do you need to have any connection, or do you need to have any pipe to share the data from one application to another application, or without having the connection also we can share the data? We need some connection to store the data from one application to another application. That is called, we need to establish a pipe between one application and another application to exchange the data. Now, this is called establishing data pipelines. Data pipelines. Okay. Whatever the data coming to the front end, I want to share the data with the database server. I want to share with the security team. I want to share with the real-time monitoring tools. I want to share with other services. I want to share with the database. Okay. And some people are using chat applications. Chat application generating the data. I want to store the chat data in the database. I want to show simple examples, sir. Forget about it. Simple example. Go to WhatsApp. Do some trolling on the Narendra Modi for continuously 1 week. Create some memes on the Narendra Modi and share it with your groups. Then what will happen? Then what will happen? If you, not only Narendra Modi, if any politician or hero or heroine, whatever, if you share them, if you share some memes, or if you do some negative publicity for the stars, then what will happen? Police will come to your house directly. Police will come to your house directly. That means WhatsApp team is monitoring our chat messages or not? WhatsApp team is monitoring our chat messages or not? WhatsApp team, WhatsApp application, you are using WhatsApp application to send the messages. Now your message will be stored into database. Your message will be monitored by security team. Your messages will be monitored by real-time application. Your messages will be stored into database. So one message that you are sending, how many people are observing? How many applications are observing? Database server is storing your data. Security team is seeing your data, and they are analyzing your data. They are storing your data. So many things. That means chat application will have a pipelines with 4 other applications. Chat application will have a pipeline with 4 other applications. So is it easy to create the data pipelines like this, or it is difficult? Is it easy to create the data pipelines like this, or it is difficult to create the data pipelines like this? Is it easy to create the data pipelines, or it is difficult to create the data pipelines? What we need to overcome this problem, we need one centralized concept to exchange the data from one application to another application. We need one centralized concept to exchange the data from one application to another application. Simple examples are in the Andhra Pradesh or Telangana, we are getting the water from Nagarjuna Sagar. Directly, do you have a connection from your house to Nagarjuna Sagar to get the data? Directly, do you have a connection from your house to the Nagarjuna Sagar canal to get the data? No. From the Nagarjuna Sagar, water will come to some water storage in the Hyderabad. From the Hyderabad, then you will have a connections to your area. From your area, you will have a connection to your house. Why are you Why people are not establishing the connection directly to Nagarjuna Sagar from the house to get the data? Then you will not have any water problem. Na? You will not get any water problem if you set up connection directly from your house to Nagarjuna Sagar. In Hyderabad, almost 10 crores of people are available. If 10 crore people set up a connection to the Nagarjuna Sagar directly, is it possible? Can we set up that connection directly to Nagarjuna Sagar to get the water? Impossible. Impossible. Now, how you are getting water to your house? How you are getting water to your house? Our government is taking that care of that infrastructure. Our government is taking care of that infrastructure. Government will get that water with the high-end pipelines. They will use the high-end pipelines in the ground. They will get the water. They will store in some place in your city. From there, you will get the connection to your colony, your street. From there, you will get the water to your house. Same thing. Same thing. If you want to establish the data pipelines from one application to multiple applications, that is going to become very difficult. That is going to become very difficult. Now, to overcome this problem, we are going to use message systems or messaging systems in our application. If you want to establish the connections from one application to other applications, some data pipeline is required. If you establish the data pipelines directly, the configuration will become very confusing. And it is very difficult to establish the pipelines like this. Here I have 10 applications and here I have 10 applications. Can I exchange the data? Simple. Let me take one more example. Okay. Let me take one more example, guys. Now, you are searching your data. You are searching for a product in our application called Flipkart application. And you are searching one application. You are searching another application, Amazon application. Okay. Some people will use ladies, Nykaa, one store. Your makeup kits will be available in the Nykaa. Okay. So you are a user. You are searching for the applications. You are searching for the products to purchase in Amazon. You are searching in the Amazon, you are searching in the Flipkart, you are searching in the Nykaa. Okay, one user. Here some user is available who is searching for a product in the Amazon, and here one user is available who is searching for the data in the Flipkart, who is searching for the data in the Nykaa. Okay, now here Facebook application is available, Instagram is available, LinkedIn is available, Gmail is available, Naukri is available, and IRCTC available. There are so many applications are there. Now this is Facebook, this is Insta, this is LinkedIn, and this is YouTube, okay, and this is Naukri, and this is Gmail. Now, these e-commerce applications want to sell your data to these social media applications. Okay, from Amazon, they want to store user search results to YouTube, and they want to share user results to the YouTube. They want to share with Facebook. They want to share with Naukri. They want to share with Instagram. They want to share with Gmail. They want to share with LinkedIn. Okay, Amazon is sharing your data to how many applications? They are giving. If you search for a product in the Amazon, that product will be displayed as advertisement for you in the YouTube. That product will be displayed as advertisement for you in the Facebook. It will be displayed as advertisement in the Insta, advertisement in the Gmail, advertisement in the LinkedIn, advertisement in the Naukri. So if you do some search in the Amazon, then you are going to get Amazon advertisements in these many applications. That means there is a connection between Amazon and these applications, or there is no connection between Amazon applications and these applications. Do we have any connection between Amazon application and these applications, or we don't have any connection between Amazon and these applications? Do we have a connection, or we don't have a connection? Do we have a connection between the Amazon applications and these applications, or we don't have a connection between Amazon application and these applications? There is a connection. Okay, now simple. Now go for Flipkart. You search for a mobile in the Flipkart. If you search a mobile in the Flipkart, will it be displayed as an advertisement in the YouTube? Will it display as advertisement in the YouTube? Will it display as advertisement in the Facebook? Will it display as advertisement in the Gmail? Will it display as advertisement in the LinkedIn? Yes. If you search for a product in the Nika, it will display in the YouTube, it will display in the Facebook, it will display in the Naukri, it will display in the LinkedIn, it will display in the Insta. Now see how confusing it is. Now see how confusing it is. Is it easy to establish data pipelines like this? Is it easy to establish the data pipelines like this? If you want to exchange the data, or if you want to capture the data, if you want to use the data, it is very difficult to establish a pipeline. Without pipeline, can you exchange the data? I am searching for some product in the Amazon. How Facebook will know that I have searched for an iPhone in the Amazon? Previously, you thought you were using cookies, huh? No cookies, man. These people are doing the business. You have to understand. Not because of cookies. These e-commerce applications are doing the business. They are playing with your data. They are playing with your data. Understand? They are using your data to promote their business. They are using your data to promote your business. Now, see here, guys, will you recommend me to establish pipelines like this to exchange the data? Will you recommend me to establish pipelines to store this data? One application. Now, Facebook is getting the data from Amazon, Flipkart, Nika. Amazon giving the data to Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, Naukri, Gmail, n number of websites. N number of websites. N number of websites. Are you guys able to follow this? Are you guys able to follow this? Good. Now, what is the challenging here? What is the challenging here? Creating the pipelines is the challenging. Establishing the connection between one application and another application is the challenging thing. Now, direct pipelines we are having from one application to other application. This is very challenging thing here. This is very challenging thing here. In order to avoid this problem, what I will do is I will use one message queue. I will use one message queue. Here Amazon is available. Here Amazon application available. Here Flipkart application is available. Here Nika application is available. Now here I have Gmail. I have YouTube. I have LinkedIn. I have Facebook. I have Naukri, and there are some other applications are available. Now I want to exchange the data from one application to another application. I want to exchange the data from one application to another application. What I will do is, instead of establishing a direct pipeline to these applications, I will create one message queue. What I am going to do here, guys, I'm going to create one message queue. I'm going to create one message queue. So this is my e-commerce application, which is Amazon. This is another e-commerce application, which is Flipkart. Another e-commerce application, which is Nika. Now the people, these applications, these companies, are they right? What they will do when user searches some product, these people are going to store the data to message queue, not directly with the other application. Message queue will act as a mediator between one application and another application. Message queue will act as a mediator between one application and another application. Let me take, this is Facebook. Let me take, this is Gmail, Insta, LinkedIn. Now, how Facebook will take your data from Amazon? Facebook will directly communicate with the Amazon. Or Facebook will take the data from the message queue. Facebook will take your data from the message queue. Facebook will take the data from the message queue. Are you guys able to understand what is the purpose of the message queue now? See above diagram, how the pipelines are available. See this diagram, how the pipeline is available, which is easy. Configuring the pipelines like this is easy, or configuring the pipelines like this is easy. Second approach by using message queue, we are going to establish the connection. By using message queue. Now, what is the purpose of message queues? Can you tell me what is the purpose of message queues now? What is the purpose of message queues now? What is the purpose of message queues? Message queues are used to manage the data. One application generating the data, other application using the data by using message queue as a mediator. One application is using the data, another application generating the data. One application is generating the data, another application using the data by using message queue as a mediator. Are you guys able to understand? Some people may get a doubt. Ashok, why message queue? Why can't you make a direct web service call from one application to another application? Do you have that doubt? Amazon can directly make a web service call to Facebook and can send the data. How many web service calls you need to do in a day in order to do like this? Amazon is using by only 10 people in a day. Amazon data generating in Amazon once in a day. Data generating in Amazon once in a day, or data is generating for every second. Data is generating for every millisecond. So how many web service calls you need to do if you want to share the data? Is it easy? How many network calls you need to do? From Amazon to Facebook to send the data? Is it easy? That's why you need to do web service call. When you have a requirement to use the logic of one application in the another application. But if you want to share the data, we should not go for web service calls. We need to go for message queues. You should not go for web service calls to exchange the data. You need to go for message queues to exchange the data. Is this clear, guys? When to go for web service call and when to go for message queues? When to go for web service calls and when to go for message queues? Web service call nothing but API call. Yes, Jyoti, you are right. Web service call nothing but API call. So we will use the API calls if you want to access some logic from one application in the another application. But if you want to share the data, don't go for web service calls. Your application performance will be degraded. If you want to share the data from one application to another application, then go for message queue. For example, sir, I want to go for a web service call or API call. Amazon wants to give the data to Facebook. And Amazon wants to give the data to Gmail. Amazon wants to give the data to Instagram. Amazon wants to give the data to LinkedIn. Now, make a web service call to Facebook, make a web service call to Gmail, make a web service call to Insta, make a web service call to LinkedIn. For every second you do these calls, your application will die within 1 hour. Continuously, you keep on sharing the user's data to these applications by using web service calls. Continuously, you share the data by using web service calls. Now, see here. What is happening? Web service calls are going. Can you do like this? For 1 hour, how many network calls will happen? Millions. So can you suggest web service call or API calls to share the data from one application to another application? Or you need to share by using a mediator? We need to share that by using a mediator. What is the mediator for us? Message queue. Message queue is a mediator. Storing the data and taking the data from the message queue is easy than taking the data with the web service calls directly. Storing the data and reading the data from the message queue is easy than storing and reading directly with the web service calls. So I hope now you understand. Establishing direct pipelines is very complex and it is difficult and not recommended. If you have a requirement to exchange the data from one application to another application, then message queue is always recommended. Message queue is always recommended. Are you guys able to understand? Are you guys able to understand? Message queue is always recommended. And another advantage of the message queue is if Amazon keeps the data in the message queue, multiple applications can take the same data. If Amazon will keep the data only one time in the message queue, all the applications will take that same data and will process the same data. If Amazon wants to send one customer data to all the applications, Amazon has to do 4 web service calls here. If Amazon wants to send your data, want to send the customer data to the 4 applications, make one network call, give the data to Facebook, give the data to Gmail, give the data to Instagram, and give the data to LinkedIn. How many network calls Amazon has to do? How many network calls Amazon has to do to give the data to these 4 applications? 4 network calls it has to do. If you go with the API call or web service call, if you go with API call or web service call, instead of this, if I use a message queue, Amazon will store the data as a message in the message queue. Amazon will store the data as a message in the message queue. Then what is up? How many times Amazon storing the message for one user? One time. Facebook will take this data from this message. Gmail will take this message. Instagram will take this message. LinkedIn will take this message. Amazon is doing how many network calls? Only one. But how many people taking the data? 4 people taking the same data. Are you able to understand? Now tell me, to exchange the data from one application to another application, API calls are recommended or message queues are recommended? API queues are recommended or message queues are recommended to exchange the data? Message queue is recommended. Apache Kafka is one of the message queue. Why we are discussing about message queues? What is our today's workshop agenda? Apache Kafka. What is Apache Kafka? Apache Kafka is a message queue. Apache Kafka will act as a mediator between several applications. One application will store the data into Apache Kafka. Another application will take the data from the Apache Kafka. The applications which are storing the data into the message queue are called as publishers. These all applications are called as publishers. One application, the applications which are storing the data to the message queue are called as publishers. The applications which are taking the data from the message queue are called as subscribers. Guys, 1 hour it took for me to introduce you what is Apache Kafka. Finally, you understand what is Apache Kafka now? What is Apache Kafka now? Apache Kafka is a message queue. Apache Kafka is a message queue which is used to exchange the data from one application to another application. Now here, Apache Kafka is going to act as a message queue to exchange the data. Let's take a simple example, sir. Let's take a simple example, Swiggy or Uber. Uber. You are booking a cab in the Uber. You are booking a cab in the Uber. How the drivers are coming to your location? Simple. You are using Uber application. You are using Uber application. Now, here Uber application is available. Simple. Let me take it. This is Uber application. Uber application. Now, you are a citizen. You are a user, customer for the Uber. You are a customer for the Uber. You interacted with the Uber. You booked a cab. You booked a cab. You booked a cab. For the Uber, there are so many drivers are available. There are so many drivers are available. And Uber will have a database. to store your data. Uber will have a database to store your data. Uber will have a analytics server to analyze the data. Uber will have a analytics server to analyze the data. Okay, and Uber will have a security team to monitor your data. Okay, this is DB, this is security, and this is analytics. That means how many cabs booked in Hyderabad today? They want to analyze your data. You booked a cab. Now Uber want to give your data. Uber want to give your data to all the drivers, because which driver accept your ride, they will be confirmed. And Uber should give the data to database. Uber should give the data to security team. Uber should give the data to analytics. Your data. Daily, how many people are booking cabs in the Uber? Daily, how many people are booking cabs in the Uber? Guys, how many people are booking cabs in the Uber? Now, can you imagine sharing the data with the drivers, cab drivers? These all are the cab drivers. This is a database application. This is security application. This is analytic application. This is analytic application. And there is a logging application is also available. Uber has to share the data with the log tools, log monitoring tools. Now, all your data should be stored with the log tools also. All your data should be stored with the log tools also. All your data should be shared with the log tools also. Now, can you tell me, sharing the data with these many applications with the direct pipelines, is it easy? Sharing the data directly like this, is it easy? Guys, is my voice breaking? Rubina saying that my voice is breaking. Is my voice breaking? No? Rubina, I think issue is from your side. Please check your headset once. Please check your headset once. So I think people are saying that voice is clear. I think issue is from your side. Okay, fine guys. Now let's think like this. Think like this. Now Uber application is available. Uber application getting so many cab bookings in a day. Uber application storing your data only in the database, or Uber is sharing your data with the cab drivers, security team, analytics team, log monitoring team? Sharing the data with several teams or not? Your data is sharing with cab drivers, your data is sharing with the database, your data sharing with security team, your data sharing with analytics team, your data sharing with logs team, log monitoring team. Is it easy to share the data with these many applications with direct connection? Difficult. Difficult. Then what Uber will do? Then what Uber application will do? This is our Uber application. This is our Uber application. What this will do? What Uber application will do? Uber application, now Uber application will create a message queue. Uber application will set up a message queue. Message queue. Now here drivers will get the data from the message queue, database will get the data from the message queue, and here security team will get the data from the message queue, analytics team will get the data from the message queue. Uber is going to store the data in the message queue, and that message queue is going to give the data. I mean, from the message queue, these applications are going to access the data. Now see, above diagram and below diagram, which is easy to share the data? Which is easy to share the data? Driver API. This is a driver API, and this is DB, and this is security. This is security. This is analytics. Analytics, message queue. Is this clear, guys? What is the purpose of message queue, and what is the problem if you go for direct pipeline? Do you understand what is the problem with the direct pipeline? So to overcome these problems, we are going to use message queues like this. To overcome these direct pipelines, we are going to use message queues. To overcome the direct problems of the direct pipelines, we are going to use the message queue. Now, can you tell me what is a message queue? Can you tell me what is the message queue? Why messaging system? Why we need? Collecting all the data as not easy as data is generated from various sources in different formats. Data is generating from one source or data is generating from multiple sources. Collecting the data is not easy because the data is generated from various sources in various formats. Collecting the data is not easy as the data is generated from various sources in various formats. Some people may share the data in the image format. Some people may share the data in the JSON format. Some people may share the data in the XML format. Some people may share the data in the PDF format. Some people may share the data in the text format. From different sources, the data is generating in the different formats. From different sources, the data is generating in the different formats. Collecting all the data is not easy as the data is generated from various sources in different formats. That is the problem, guys. That is the problem. Now you see, now you see the problem. Facebook is using the data from Amazon, Flipkart, Nykaa. Do you think that Amazon, Flipkart, Nykaa will give the data in the same format for the Flipkart? Everybody will follow the same format? No, because they are different companies. They are different companies. They don't give the data in the same format. Amazon may give the data in the XML format. Flipkart may give the data in the JSON format. Nykaa may give the data in the text format. So data is generating from multiple sources in multiple formats. Collecting the data from multiple sources in multiple formats is the problem for us. Then what is the solution? One of the ways to solve this problem is to use messaging system. Messaging systems provide seamless integration between distributed applications with the help of messages. Everything will be treated as a message here. Message queue will establish integration between the distributed application. That means multiple applications are running, multiple applications are generating the data. That data we want to exchange from one application to another application. For that, message queue is going to act as a mediator. For that, message queue is going to act as a mediator. Samjha? What is the purpose of the message queue? What is the problem and what is the solution? Problem is the data. Problem is the data. Got it? Data is generating from multiple sources. Data is generating from multiple sources. Collecting the data from the multiple sources is difficult. So to overcome that problem, we are going to use message queue as a mediator. To overcome that problem, we are going to use message queue as a mediator. Do you understand the purpose of message queues? Almost 1.5 hours just for introduction. Almost 1.5 hours just for introduction. What is message queue? Message queue is going to act as a mediator to integrate distributed applications data. To exchange the data among the distributed applications, we are going to use message queue. To exchange the data between distributed applications, we are going to use message queue. Now see here, messaging system is going to act as a mediator. Messaging system is going to act as a mediator. Several applications are generating the data. The data will be stored into messaging system. Several other applications are going to take the data from the messaging system. This is called integration. Integration. We are establishing the integration between distributed applications to exchange the data by using messaging system. If you don't have a messaging system, creating the direct pipelines from several applications is very difficult. To avoid that problem, we are using messaging system. Apache Kafka is one of the messaging system which is leading in the market. Apache Kafka is one of the messaging system which is leading in the market. You got it? The agenda of today's workshop. So what you are going to learn today? What you are going to learn today, guys? Can anyone answer my questions? What you are going to learn today? Can anyone answer my questions? Jyoti V, can you tell me what you understood as of now? Hello, Jyoti.
Can I talk, sir?
Yeah, yes, madam. Can you tell me what you understand in today's session as of now? It's in 1.5 hours.
Yeah, this is a Apache Kafka is a messaging system to integrate the to transfer the data from one system to the other system. If other systems looking for the data from applications, this is
Yeah.
the way to
Yes,
consume
right.
the data.
So suppose, for example, if I don't have a messaging system, then what is the problem?
You have to have a direct connection, which makes the tight coupling. And if you want more applications, then you have to establish with all the applications the tight coupling.
Okay. So data is very important. Why you need to monitor? Why we need to collect this data, Jyoti? What is the use of this data?
This data is more for the analytics, advertisement purpose, and also for security, for other things. Suppose depending on the target systems requirement, they need the data to do the extra business or for the other purpose.
Good. So how data is generating from where? Data is generating always from only one source. The data is generating from several sources.
Multiple sources. Data can come from multiple sources.
Data can come from multiple sources in multiple formats. Okay. Collecting the data from multiple sources in multiple formats is difficult. To overcome that problem, we are using a mediator to exchange the data. Who is that mediator? Messaging system. Message queue or messaging systems. Messaging systems are providing the solution to solve the problem. Got it? Now, the applications which are storing the data in the message queue are called as publishers. And the applications which are taking the data from the message queue are called as subscribers. That means message queues are going to work on which model? Message queues are going to work on publish and subscriber model. Apache Kafka is also a message queue which is going to work on publish and subscribe model. Guys, once again, I'm repeating. The application which is storing the data to the message queue is called as a publisher. The application which is taking the data from the message queue is called as a subscriber. The beauty of the message queue is if one application publish a message, several subscribers can subscribe to that message. Do you understand? Now, Amazon is storing a message to message queue. Only Facebook is using that data, or LinkedIn also using the Amazon data. Only Facebook is using the data, LinkedIn also using that data. Come on, Jyoti, you can speak out.
Yeah, other systems also using the data.
Other systems also using that means if one publisher published one message, multiple subscribers can subscribe to that message. Okay, here what is a message? What is a message here? What is the meaning of message? Message is a
stream
data.
Of data. Stream
That's
of
it.
data.
Message is a data. That's it. If a publisher publish one message, multiple subscribers can subscribe to that message. Message nothing but data. Message nothing but data. Okay, very good. Thanks, Jyoti. Vaibhav Shinde. Can you unmute your mic, Vaibhav?
Yes, sir.
Can you please tell me what you understand as of now?
Sir, actually, we have a daily we have a generating lot of data. So using that data, the people want to make a business. So we want to provide the data to the subscriber. So we have a publisher and subscriber, and publisher will produce a data every second. So to manage that data, we have a message queue. So in message queue, we will store the data, and anyone want to the anyone if you want any data, then they will subscribe to message queue and take a data.
Okay, if I don't have a message queue, then what is the problem?
Then we have to direct a connect to the publisher, and we have to take a data. So it is a complicated task.
Very good. Very good. So you understand the problem and the solution now?
Yes, sir.
Very good, Vaibhav. Thank you. Thanks, Vaibhav and Jyoti, for your response. Good, guys. Let's move on. Fine. Next one, we understand message queue. Now, let's come to actual topic. What is the actual topic today? Apache Kafka. What is this Apache Kafka? Apache Kafka is a distributed streaming platform which we can use as a message system. Apache Kafka is a distributed streaming platform. Apache Kafka is used to process real-time data feeds with high throughput and low latency. That means very quickly you can store the message to the Kafka, you can take the message from the Kafka. Apache Kafka is a distributed streaming platform. Apache Kafka is a distributed streaming platform. Kafka is used to process real-time data feeds with high throughput and low latency. Apache Kafka is used to process real-time data feeds with high throughput and low latency. Good. Next one. Next one. What kind of data? You have already discussed it. Users data, flights data, sensors data, stocks data, news data, user activities, user page clicks, page visits, logs data, n number of data that we can capture by using Apache Kafka, and we can share that by using Apache Kafka. Apache Kafka works based on publisher and subscriber model. Kafka is working based on publisher and subscriber model. Kafka was originally developed at LinkedIn in 2011. Which company developed Apache Kafka software, guys? Which company developed Apache Kafka software? Vaibhav, can you unmute? Which company developed Apache Kafka?
LinkedIn.
LinkedIn. But now it is calling as what? Apache Kafka. Apache is also one company, na?
Yes.
LinkedIn company developed Apache Kafka in the 2011, and then they donated this Kafka project to Apache company to maintain. Do you understand why it is called as Apache Kafka now? LinkedIn company developed this Kafka software in the 2011. Later on, they donated this project to Apache organization. Now Apache is an open source company which is maintaining the Kafka project. Apache Kafka. It is called as Apache Kafka. It is called as Apache Kafka. Guys, one more good news. Shivaji Singh got selected in 2 companies. He is from our JRTP. Shivaji, congratulations, buddy. So I will talk to you. Okay. Thank you. Thanks for your information. Yeah. Apache Kafka is a distributed streaming platform. Apache Kafka is used to process real-time data feeds with high throughput and low latency. Kafka works based on publisher and subscriber model. Kafka was originally developed at LinkedIn in 2011. Then they gave this project to Apache organization. Apache is an open source organization, and Apache organization is managing this Kafka project now. So Kafka is under license of which company now? Kafka is under license of which company now? Apache. Who developed this Kafka project actually?
LinkedIn developer.
LinkedIn developed, and they gave this project to Apache organization. Now it is under license of Apache. So if you want to download the Kafka, you need to visit LinkedIn website or you need to visit Apache website?
Apache website.
Apache website, because this Kafka project is managing by Apache. That's the reason it is called as Apache Kafka. Apache Kafka is a messaging system which is used to process the real-time data feeds, which is used to process a stream of data. Apache Kafka is working based on publisher and subscriber model. The application which is storing the message to the Kafka is called as a publisher. The application which is taking the message from the Kafka is called as a subscriber. Publisher, subscriber. Apache Kafka is a mediator between the publisher and the subscriber. One application will store the message, another application will take the message. The application which is storing the message is called as a publisher. The application which is taking the message is called as a subscriber. Message means data. Message means data. It can be a XML, it can be a JSON, it can be a text. Data can be anything. We can store in the form of a message. If you say, I want to store JSON, Kafka don't know what is JSON, what is XML. Kafka knows only message. Inside that message, you can keep anything. Message is nothing but it's like a wrapper. It's like a wrapper. If you have a cover, you can store anything in the cover. Right? Message is like a wrapper. Inside that message, you can store any data. It can be a text data, it can be a XML data, it can be JSON data, it can be YML data, whatever you want for your business, you use it. Kafka will support for messages. Message means data. Data can be in any format. Is this clear now? Is this clear now? Nandita, can you tell me what is Apache Kafka now? Nandita, can you unmute your mic and can you tell me what is Apache Kafka?
Yes, sir. Yeah, Apache Kafka is a messaging tool. If one application wants to share the information to another application, we use messaging queue. Application when different applications will generate the different kinds of data. It can be XML data, text data, or it can be like a kind of JSON. So if the application wants to communicate with the other applications directly, as it is providing different kinds of data, it will be difficult to communicate. It will be a costly operation and it will reduces the performance. So that is the reason we are using messaging queue.
Very
So
good.
and it will follows the applications which is providing the data. Those are called as publishers, and applications which are receiving, like taking the data, those are called as subscribers.
Okay, very good. Very good. So who Apache Kafka is a messaging system. This is developed by LinkedIn. Now it is managing by Apache organization. Got it? So now you
Yes.
understand the purpose of messaging queue. What is publisher? What is subscriber? Why we need messaging queue?
Yes, I understand.
Very good. Thank you. Thank you, Nandita. Now next one, Shivaji Singh. Can you unmute your mic, Shivaji?
Hello, good morning, sir.
Very good morning, sir. Kaise ho bhai?
Hello.
Yeah, hello, good morning. How are you?
I am fine, sir. I am selected to company, sir.
Very good. Congratulations. But you are from Java real-time project, right?
I have 15 JRTP and 09 SBMS.
Very good, man. Good.
Student, sir.
Very good, good. So send me a message to my email, sir. I will contact you and I will talk to you. I will talk to you regarding that. And I wish you congratulations and all the best, man. When is your joining?
Thank you, sir. Monday.
Monday is joining. ठीक है भाई, बात करेंगे. Yeah, we'll talk after this class. Sir. I will talk to you. Sure.
Okay, okay, sir. Thank
So
you.
you understand what is message queue?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, good. Right, guys. So with this, we got the basic introduction. What is Apache Kafka and who developed Apache Kafka and what model this Apache Kafka is working. Apache Kafka is a distributed streaming platform. Kafka is used to process real-time data feeds with a high throughput and low latency. That means high throughput, low latency means more data can be processed in the less time. High throughput, low latency. More data can be processed in the less time. Kafka is working based on the publisher and subscriber model. Kafka was originally developed at LinkedIn in 2012. Later on, they handed over this project to Kafka. Now Kafka is under license of the Apache. How this Kafka is working? Kafka is a distributed streaming platform. At its core, it allows systems that generate the data called producers to persist their data in real time in Apache Kafka topic. Publisher, that means one application is called as producer or publisher will store the data in the Apache Kafka topic. Any topic can then be read by any number of systems who need that data in real time. They are called as consumers. You can say producer consumer or you can call publisher subscriber. What I'm trying to say is if one publisher publish a message, multiple consumers or subscribers can take the data. Now here, Uber one main application messaging, storing the message into message queue, driver API. Now you can say Uber main API is available, booking API is available. Now here you can say this is a booking API. Booking API getting the bookings from the users. Booking API getting the bookings from the users. Booking API storing the data in the message queue. Guys, not only other applications. Uber is one application. Uber is developed by using microservices architecture. In the Uber, booking API getting the request from the users. Users are booking the cabs by using Uber UI. Now, the request is coming to booking API. What is this booking API doing? Booking API storing that message to message queue. So booking API acting as a publisher. These all are subscribers. These all other APIs in the Uber. Driver API, subscriber. Driver API is available. Driver API is available. And we have analytics API, we have database API, we have security API. These all are called as subscribers. And this is a publisher. Okay. Not only outside projects, within the project we have multiple APIs. Not only outside project, within the API we have multiple. Within the project we have multiple APIs. One API is acting as a publisher, other APIs are acting as a subscribers. Publisher API publishing the message to the queue, then subscribers are going to take the message from the queue. Guys, can you tell me within one project can I use the message queue? Can you tell me within one project can I use the message queue? Within one project can I use the message queue? Message queue not only for other applications. Within the project, we can use the message queue. This is called as event-driven microservices. Have you heard about a term called event-driven microservices? Have you heard a term called event-driven microservices? Now, here, booking API getting a request. Booking API getting a request. How to develop? Now, see here. User is booking a cab. Guys, observe very important topic. Now, actual Apache Kafka started. Next to 1 hour is crucial for this workshop. First 1.5 hour introduction, next 1 hour practical. Now, the next, I need your attention for next 1 hour. I need your attention for next 1 hour, guys. भूख लग रहा है क्या? सर मम्मी चिकन बना रहे हैं, मम्मी चिकन बना रहे हैं, किचन से स्मेल आ रहा है, मुझे भूख लग रहा है. Sunday. Are you feeling hungry? Is that chicken smell tempting you? Is that chicken smell tempting you? Man, if I give the break now, then we will lose that interest. If I give the break now, then we will lose our interest. Can you give me next 45 minutes at least? Main topic is just started. Apache Kafka is better than chicken mutton. Okay? You have to enjoy the Kafka, not the chicken. Chicken will not go anywhere. After the workshop completed, you can eat it. If I take a break now, maybe जाके चाय पीता हूँ, मुझे that interest will lose. Now we are in the flow. Now we are in the flow. Let's continue this flow. Don't ask any breaks now. Got it? If you are feeling hungry, take water. You can eat and you can listen to the class. Man, I cannot eat when the class is going on. You can take some biscuits and all when the class is going on, but I cannot eat. I need to feel more hungry than you. I'm talking continuously from the 1.5 hour. But still, the energy levels are not decreased. My voice pitch is not, now voice is increasing now because I am also liking this subject to explain. I'm getting more interest to teach you this because this is what I'm using in the real time. Got it? Can you give me your attention for next 1 hour for me? Good. Chalo, let's start now. Now I'm going to explain you one concept called event-driven microservices. What is the meaning of that event-driven microservices? Event means one activity. Right? Here, I am a customer. I'm opening the Uber app and I'm booking one cab. I want to travel from Amirpet to High Tech City. Currently, I'm in Amirpet. I want to travel from Amirpet to High Tech City. I will open a Uber app. I will book one cab in the Uber. Then directly this Uber sending me the cab from the Uber company, or drivers are coming to my location to take me to the High Tech City. Drivers are coming. Drivers are available in my location, or drivers are available in the different locations. Drivers are available in the different locations. Drivers are available in the different locations. Now, how this Uber application is working internally? Now, observe. When a customer, that means me, I'm acting as a customer now. When I book a cab in the Uber, booking API is going to accept my request. Booking API is going to accept my request. Then that booking API will send me the nearest drivers for me, the nearest cabs available in my location based on my GPS. Based on the GPS, I will choose the location from where I want to travel. Based on that location, Uber is going to send me nearest drivers. Okay. And now I'm going to choose the driver. I will select the cab. I will book that cab. Then immediately Uber is going to store my booking information to message queue. Uber is going to book my message, my booking information to message queue. That means, can I say Uber is publishing a message to the message queue when I confirmed the cab? That means one event is generated. That means what? One event got generated by booking API. Who generated the event? Booking API generated a event. Generating the event means storing the message into message queue. That means one event is generated. Whenever the message is stored into the message queue, these subscribers are listening for the messages. Now, driver is waiting for the message, database is waiting for the message, security team is waiting for the message, analytics team is waiting for the message. The moment when the event is triggered, these are listeners APIs. These listeners APIs will listen to this message queue. Whenever the event is triggered, immediately they will capture that message and they will process that message. That means when you perform some action, other APIs are working on top of that action. That is called event-driven APIs. Based on one event, other APIs are executing. Are you guys getting my point? What is the event-driven microservices development now? Now, simple example. Similar to the Uber, can I take Swiggy, Zomato as an example? I will place a biryani order. I will place a biryani order in the Swiggy. Who is now Swiggy is having a hotel to prepare the biryani, or Swiggy is giving my order to restaurants? Swiggy is giving my order to restaurant. Restaurant owner coming to my home and delivering the Swiggy order, or delivery boys are there for the Swiggy? Come on, guys. Come on. This is Swiggy application. This is Swiggy application. All these applications are working based on event-driven microservices only. All these applications are working based on event-driven microservices only. Swiggy application, Swiggy application. Now here, this is order API. Order API. Now here, what will be available? Restaurant API. Delivery boys API will be available. Tracking API will be available. Database API will be available. Security API will be available. Monitoring API will be available. Now, what the Swiggy will do here? Swiggy is going to keep a message queue here. What is this here? Swiggy is going to keep one message queue. Now, I am a citizen. I am a customer for the Swiggy. I want to place one food order. I want to place chicken biryani order. Then my order will go to Swiggy order API. Swiggy order API. What the Swiggy will do? Swiggy is going to store my order into message queue. From the message queue, all these APIs are going to consume the message and they will process the message. These all are the Swiggy APIs only. Swiggy APIs only. Okay. This is tracking API. This is tracking API of the Swiggy. Okay. This is DB API to store my order details in the database. And this is security team API to monitor the data. And this is one analytics API. Analytic API. Okay. Now warehouse API. Warehouse API will be available to store the data. Warehouse API will be available to store the data. Monitoring API. Monitoring API will be available to monitor the orders which are coming. Along with this, this data should go to one more third-party application called Restaurant API. Paradise Restaurant. Restaurant API will be available. Restaurant API will be available. Now, this order data, whatever the message queue, whatever the message is stored here, Swiggy confirmed that order will go to Restaurant API also. Now see here how the data is generating. I am a citizen, I am a customer for the Swiggy. I am placing the order in the Swiggy. Then the order is storing into message queue. From the message queue, all these APIs are taking that message and they are working. Now, here, can I say this is a producer? Can I say producer? Can I say producer? What is this? Subscriber, subscriber 1, subscriber 2, subscriber 3, subscriber 4. Do you have one subscriber or we have multiple subscribers for one message? We have one subscriber or we have multiple subscribers for the message? Now, can I say this is a event-driven services? Who is executing these APIs? One person will execute these APIs manually, or they will execute automatically when the message is stored into the queue. Do you think that Swiggy owner will execute these APIs whenever a booking comes, or these APIs will execute automatically when the message comes to the message queue? These APIs will be listening to the message queue continuously. They are monitoring like our heartbeats. These message queues will be continuously listening to the message queue. Whenever message comes, immediately take it and process. Whenever the message comes, immediately take it and process. These are called as listeners. When these listeners are going to execute, whenever message queue having a new message. Who is storing the message to the message queue? Producer API storing the message to the message queue. Whenever the message is stored to the message queue, one event is generating, the listeners are going to listen that event. They are going to take that message. They are going to process that message. This is called event-driven architecture. Got it? Now, all these APIs are from different companies, or all these APIs are from Swiggy company, Swiggy project only. Are we using message queue within single project also? Are we using message queue within single project? Yes, in one project we are using Swiggy, in one project we are using message queue. If you see here, the message queue I'm using for one project, or message queue I'm using for multiple other projects also. Multiple projects are using message queue as a mediator. Here if you see, initially multiple projects are using message queue as a mediator. But when it comes to the Uber or Swiggy, multiple APIs in the single project using message queue. Nowadays, in almost all microservice architecture based projects are using Apache Kafka as a message queue. That is the reason Apache Kafka is having lot of demand in the market. If you upload your resume in the Naukri as a Java developer, the first question they will ask you, do you know microservices architecture? Do you know how to use Apache Kafka? Do you know event-driven microservices architecture or not? These are very quite common questions in every interview. Even I am working for a banking company. In my banking company, 150 APIs are available, guys. I am working on 150 microservices in my project. My project is a credit card processing system for US citizens. In my project, we are having 150 APIs. In 150 APIs, almost 70 plus APIs are using Kafka as a message queue to exchange the data. I know the importance of the Kafka in my project. My project is having 150 APIs. Almost 70 plus APIs are using Kafka as a mediator to exchange the data for different operations. For different operations. Got it? Now you understand what is event-driven architecture and what is messaging queue and what is Apache Kafka, how Apache Kafka is working. How Apache Kafka is working based on the publisher and subscriber model. The application which is publishing a message to the Kafka is called as a publisher, and the application which is taking the message from the Kafka is a subscriber. Guys, I have a question now. If a publisher publish a message, can multiple subscribers take the same message? Can multiple subscribers take the same message? If one publisher publish a message, multiple subscribers can take the same message and they can process. Here same thing is happening now. In the Swiggy, we are one booking an order. Order is placing by user. That is data stored into message queue. All these are the listeners or subscribers. They are taking the same data from the message queue. They are taking the same message from the message queue and they are using that data and they are processing that data. So the Swiggy is a distributed application, guys. They developed the Swiggy application by using microservices architecture. Uber is a distributed application. They developed that by using microservice architecture. Your Facebook is a distributed application. LinkedIn, every application nowadays developing based on microservices architecture only. When you are developing the project by using microservices architecture, multiple APIs will be available. If you want to exchange the data from one API to another API, establishing the direct pipeline is difficult. That's why we are going to use message queue as a mediator. Apache Kafka is one of the leading message queue in the market. Apache Kafka is one of the leading message queue in the market. It is developed by LinkedIn. Later, it is handed over to Apache organization to maintain. Now Apache Kafka is under the license. Now Kafka is under the license of the Apache Kafka. Sorry, I'm getting confused now. Kafka is under license of Apache organization. Kafka is working based on publisher and subscriber model. The application which is storing the message to the Kafka is called as a producer. The application which is taking the data is called as a subscriber. And if the publisher publish one message, multiple subscribers can take the same message. Message means data. Message can contain any type of data. It can be a JSON, it can be a XML, it can be a text. Message means it is a wrapper. Inside that you can store any type of data. What is event driven microservice? That means whenever you store a message to the Kafka, other services are going to listen to that event and they are going to process. If you want to develop this kind of event driven microservices, we are going to use message queue as a mediator. Guys, is this clear so far? Is this clear so far? How Apache Kafka is working? How Apache Kafka is working? Can you look at this diagram and can you understand how the Apache Kafka is working? Kafka is acting as a mediator. Some applications are storing the data to the Kafka. Some applications are taking the data from the Kafka. Publishers are there. Subscribers are there. Publisher will publish a message. Subscribers will subscribe a message. One message can be subscribed by multiple subscribers. Guys, people are watching from YouTube. Almost 110 members are there in the YouTube live. Guys, are you able to follow me? Actually, I'm not seeing your messages, guys. I'm sorry. I'm checking the Zoom messages, man. YouTube people. YouTube viewers, please like our video and subscribe to our channel. Almost 100 people are watching in the YouTube live. Thank you guys. Thanks for watching this video. Please like this video and subscribe to our channel for upcoming. You can join with us in the Telegram for this class notes and all, guys. I forgot to mention you. You can join with us in the Telegram. Our Telegram URL, Ashok IT official. Okay, go to Telegram app. You search @Ashok IT official. You can find our Telegram channel. You can join there. I will give the notes and examples in the Telegram. Okay. Good, guys. Fine. Chalo, let's move on. So now you understand the clarity. Now you got the clarity on what is Kafka. So what we learned so far? What is the data and importance of data? What is event streaming? Uses of data. What is the data pipeline? What is data pipeline? And why we need messaging system? Why we need messaging system? What is Apache Kafka? What is Apache Kafka? Next, how Kafka works? How Kafka works? What is publisher? Or we can say producer. What is a subscriber? What is subscriber or consumer? We can say producer or publisher, same. Subscriber or consumer, same. And what is message? And what is message? Is this clear? Data is the king in the market. Without data, we cannot do anything. Data is very important to run our business. Data can be generated from multiple sources in multiple formats. We need to capture the data and we need to store the data for our business promotions. So data will be coming from multiple sources in multiple formats. So we need to go for event streaming. Event streaming, nothing but capturing the data, keeping the data in the right direction to use in the right time at right place. Okay. Data can be used for multiple purposes: to analyze the user's behavior, to promote our business, to analyze the user's performance. Unusual activities we can identify by using this data. Now, as the data is generating continuously like a stream of data, we need to use the data, one application data in the another application. In order to use one application data in the another application, we will go for data pipeline. Okay, establishing the data pipelines directly is very difficult because the data coming from multiple sources in the multiple formats. Creating the pipelines from one application to another application is difficult. Okay, to overcome that problem, we are going to use messaging system. Messaging system is going to act as a mediator between applications to exchange the data. Apache Kafka is acting as messaging system. Apache Kafka is one of the leading messaging system available in the market. There are so many messaging systems available like JMS, RabbitMQ, ActiveMQ, Apache Kafka. Today we are learning Apache Kafka. This is one of the distributed messaging system available in the market. Apache Kafka developed by LinkedIn company. Later they donated this project to Apache company. Apache is managing this Kafka software now. Kafka is under license of the Apache, and Apache Kafka is free and open source. You no need to pay single penny also to use Apache Kafka in your project. Kafka is completely free and the source code of the Kafka is also available. Okay, how the Kafka is working? Kafka is working based on publisher and subscriber model. Kafka is working based on publisher and a subscriber model. The application which is storing the message to the Kafka is called as a publisher. The application which is reading the message from the Kafka is called as a subscriber. One message can be subscribed by multiple subscribers. That means if your application store the data, several other applications can take your data from the Kafka queues. Right. What is a message? Message means data. Data means anything. It can be a JSON, it can be a XML, it can be a YML, it can be a text also. Your application will store the data to the Kafka. Other applications will take the data from the Kafka. Kafka is acting as a mediator between the applications. Not only between the applications, we can use the Kafka as a mediator between the APIs also. In your application, there are multiple APIs are available. If you want to exchange the data among the APIs, then you can go for Kafka as a mediator. Then you can go for Kafka as a mediator. Guys, can I tell you one more thing? Can I tell you one more thing? You will do bank NEFT transactions, right? Whenever you do NEFT transaction, is it happening immediately? No. That means they are using message queue. If you do a NEFT transfer, your transfer request will be kept in the queue. After 2 hours, your request will be processed. NEFT queues. In the banking application, NEFT queues will be available. Message queue will be available. Message queue will be available. Simple. If you book a train ticket, is it getting confirmed immediately? Is it getting confirmed immediately whenever you book a train ticket? Your request will be kept in the queue. After some time, that message will be processed by the confirmation API. It takes some time. That means queues are available. Simple example. Last week, I will tell you. Last week, I have been to Aadhaar center to update my mobile number, guys. Last week, I have been to Maitrivanam building is there. In that Aadhaar center is there. I have been to Aadhaar center to update my mobile number in the Aadhaar card. मेरा जान लिया था वो लोग. I have been morning at 9 o'clock. The request completed evening at 4 o'clock. So many people are waiting for the Aadhaar updates. I am one of the member. I have been to Aadhaar center by 9 o'clock. I thought that I will be the first person. Already 100 members are in the queue. I got 101 token. 9 o'clock. Those government employees came at 10:30. They have started work at 11 o'clock. My token came at 4 o'clock. Okay, done, updated. Immediately it is reflecting, or immediately it is not going to reflect my mobile number in the Aadhaar. It took 1 week to update. That means what is happening in the backend? They have clicked on the button to update. By why it is not updating? That means directly they are updating in the database, or they are storing in the message queue and they are processing from the message queue. They are storing in the message queue. They are storing in the message queue and they are going to process. So now do you understand where the message queues are using in the real time? Where the message queues are using in the real time? Okay. You got it. Fine. Anybody not able to understand what is Kafka? So you understand what we have covered so far in the last 2 hours, exactly 2 hours completed. So these are the topics that we have covered in the 2 hours of time. Now, do you feel 2 hours of time is wasted or it is very useful? I promised in the starting only, I will make your 3 hours very fruitful and useful on the Sunday. Okay. Chalo, next. Let's move on to next topic. I will not leave you. I will not leave you until unless this Apache Kafka topic is completed. I will not leave you guys. You need to stay for another 30 minutes at least. 30 to 40 minutes. We'll do an example. I will show you live demo. Theory mein kya hai bhai? Practical is the important thing. Chalo. Next. Kafka advantages, high throughput, scalability, streaming, durability, replication. So many advantages are there in the Kafka. That's fine. There are so many advantages are there in the Kafka. That is the reason we are using Kafka. We are using this Kafka. Okay, good. Next one. So how the Kafka is working in the background? Kafka is having producer API, consumer API, streams API, connector API. Producer API is used to store the data to the Kafka. Consumer API is used to take the data from the Kafka. Stream API to create a pipeline to take the streams of data continuously. Connector API to establish the connection with the Kafka. In the backend, Kafka is using several APIs. What are the APIs available? Producer API is available. Consumer API is available. Streams API is available. Connector API is available. What is the purpose of a producer API? If one application want to store the data, to the message queue, first this application should connect to the queue, connector API. To produce the message to the queue, we need to use the producer API. Another application want to take the data, they need the consumer API and they need the streams API. Kafka is internally using several APIs, producer API, consumer API, streams API, connector API. Producer, consumer, streams, connector, these are the APIs using by Apache Kafka internally to store the data to the queue and to read the data from the queue. Are you guys clear with this? What are the main core APIs available in the Kafka? What are the main core APIs available in the Kafka? The main core APIs, producer API, consumer API, stream API, streams API, and connector API. Producer API, consumer API, stream API, and connector API. Is this clear? Good. Next, move on. Kafka installation. Finally, we came to practical step. How to install the Kafka. In order to install the Kafka, guys, first you need to download and run Zookeeper in your system. First, you need to download and run the Zookeeper in your system. Then you need to download and run Apache Kafka server in your system. Then you need to create the topic in the Apache Kafka. So these are the 3 steps that we need to follow to work with Apache Kafka. Guys, practical started. Please concentrate now. Don't lose your hope. Next to 30 minutes, important. Download and run Zookeeper in your system. If you want to work with Apache Kafka, then you need to download and run the Zookeeper. Sir, what is Zookeeper? Zookeeper is going to provide the platform to run Apache Kafka servers. Zookeeper is going to provide the platform to run the Apache Kafka servers. Download and run Zookeeper. Then download and run Kafka server. Inside the Kafka server, we are going to create a topic. Topic is nothing but a bucket in the message queue. Topic is nothing but a bucket in the message queue. Okay, right. Now, see here. Now, I have a Apache Kafka. This is my messaging queue. This is my message queue. Inside the message queue, you can create topics, guys. You can create a topics. You can create a topic. This is my topic 1, topic 2, topic 3. We can create multiple topics in the message queue. Topics are used for differentiating the messages. Topic 3. This topic I am going to take for orders data. Orders data I will store in the topic 1. Payments data I will store in the topic 2. Payments data I will store in the topic 2. Complaints I will store in the topic 3. Instead of storing everything in one place, what we are doing, we are differentiating the messages, guys. Because Swiggy will get some orders, Swiggy will get the payments, Swiggy may get the complaints from the customers. Do you want to store everything in one bucket? Do you want to store everything in one bucket? Or you are going to differentiate the messages by dividing into multiple buckets? We are going to divide them into multiple buckets. So that is the reason we are going to use topics in the Kafka. We are going to use topics in the Kafka. Okay, one bucket, nothing but one topic. Now, topic 1, I will create to store orders data. Topic 2, I will use it to store the payments data. Topic 3, I will use to store the complaints which are coming for the Swiggy. Now, do you understand what is a topic? Topic is nothing but one storage, which is used to store the messages belongs to same type. Now, Swiggy will get orders, Swiggy will get payments, Swiggy will get complaints. Do you want me to store everything in the single topic, or you want me to store them into multiple topics? We want to store them into multiple topics. So can we create multiple topics in the Kafka? Yes, we can create multiple topics in the Kafka. One topic, nothing but one set of messages. For orders details, I will use one topic. For payments details, I will use one topic. For complaints details, I will use one topic. For complaints details, I will use one topic. Are you guys clear with this? Are you guys clear with this? What is the purpose of topics in the Kafka? Yes. So in the installation process, what we need to do? We need to download and run Zookeeper. We need to download and run Kafka server. Then we need to create topic in the Apache Kafka. We need to create a topic in the Apache Kafka. So can we start installation process, guys? Can we start the installation process? Very good. Yeah, fine. Let me show you. I have prepared the notes for you guys. I have prepared the notes for you. Okay. Download Spring Boot with Apache Kafka application integration. Now, first I want to set up the Apache Kafka. Then I will run my Spring Boot application, which will connect with Apache Kafka. Okay. Download. I will share these notes in the Telegram, guys. I have given all the steps that you need to do to develop a project by using Apache Kafka and Spring Boot. I will share these details in the Telegram group. I will give you a zip file with the example with this notepad file. I will share it. Okay, that's why I have asked you people to join with us in the Telegram. I asked you to join with us in the Telegram. I have given the Telegram link in the chat now. I have given the Telegram link in the chat box. So after this session completed, I will give these notes in the Telegram, guys. So we have our Telegram channel. Ashok IT official is the Telegram channel URL. So join with us in the Telegram so that I will give you these details. Okay. If you are not able to access this link, now go to Telegram and you just type @Ashok IT official. This is our URL name. @Ashok IT official is our URL name. If you go to Telegram and search with @Ashok IT official, you will find our channel. There are 7,000 subscribers are there. You just join in that. You will get the updates from that. You will get the updates from that. Chalo, okay. Next, download Zookeeper from the below URL. Okay, I'm going to download the Zookeeper from the below URL. It will give me zip file, guys. If I go to that Zookeeper, if I download that, let me go to softwares. I will get a Zookeeper software like a zip file. I will share this URL. You can in the notepad you can access it. Then Zookeeper is giving a zip file. I will download the zip. I will extract that zip file. I got the Zookeeper software. I got the Zookeeper software. You don't need to install it. It is a zip file. You just need to download it. It is a zip file. You just need to download it. Zookeeper I have downloaded from the given URL. Similarly, we have Kafka URL. Download the Apache Kafka from the below URL. If you download the Apache Kafka, then you are going to get one more zip file for Apache Kafka. Apache Kafka zip file will be available. Kafka zip is there. I have extracted the Kafka. Now you can see this is my Kafka folder. So Zookeeper folder I have and Kafka folder I have. No need to execute anything, guys, because these are the zip files. You just need to download the zip files and you need to extract. You just need to download the zip files and you need to extract. Once you have extracted these zip files, then you need to set path to zookeeper in environment variables up to bin folder. You know already how to set the path in the environment variables. You are a Java developer. You will set the path for Java. Similarly, you need to set the path for environment you need to set the path for zookeeper in the environment variables. Set path to zookeeper in the environment variables up to bin folder. Now let me show you. Go to my system variables. Go to my system variables. System variables, environment variables. In the environment variables, edit system environment variables. Go here, edit the environment variables. Inside the system variables are available. Now I have the Java home, guys. Java home is mandatory. Java home up to JDK. Then click on this, cancel. Okay, environment variables. Okay, go to path, select the path, click on edit. Can you see zookeeper path is available? Java path is available. Zookeeper path is also available up to bin folder. Could you please confirm? Are you able to see the path for the zookeeper? Are you able to see the path for zookeeper? Up to which folder I am giving the path for the zookeeper? Up to bin folder I am giving the path. Guys, make sure you have the path for the zookeeper. You have the path for Java home and Java home. Java home I am having up to JDK. Then path for JDK, path for zookeeper I have it. That is the setup you need to do. That's it, guys. Completed. 3 steps. Kafka setup is done. Kafka setup is done. Download the zookeeper from the below URL. Extract the zip file. Download the Kafka from the below URL. Extract the zip file. Set up the path to zookeeper in the environment variables up to bin folder. Once you have done this, now you need to start the zookeeper server using below command from the Kafka folder. I have given the steps clearly. Start the zookeeper server using below command from the Kafka folder. Zookeeper-server-start.bat. For this file, you need to give zookeeper properties file as the input. So this is the command that we need to execute from the Kafka. This is the command that we need to execute from the Kafka. For that command, we need to pass zookeeper.properties as a input. Guys, let me show you. Now, how many softwares I have? One is the zookeeper, another one is Kafka. For zookeeper, I have done the path setup. Okay, our task is completed with the zookeeper, guys. Now go to Kafka folder. People will get confused here. To run the zookeeper, you no need to use the zookeeper folder. To run the zookeeper, you need to go for Kafka folder. Got it? Go to Kafka folder. In the bin, if you want to run the Kafka in the Linux, SH files are available, shell script files are available. If you want to run the Kafka in the Windows, then go to Windows folder. If you to run the zookeeper, I am going to Kafka bin Windows. Here you see there is a file called zookeeper-server-start.bat. Zookeeper-server-start.bat. Guys, here in order to run the zookeeper, this is the command. For this command, what is the input? Zookeeper.properties is the input. Actually, zookeeper.properties file will be available in the config folder. Here you can see zookeeper.properties file available. From the config folder, I am taking zookeeper.properties and server.properties. So 2 files I am taking from the config. In the Kafka config, I have zookeeper.properties and I have server.properties. I'm taking these 2 files and I'm copying into Windows folder. I have mentioned that step also, guys. I have mentioned that step also. Okay, above command is available in the Kafka bin Windows folder. Zookeeper.properties file will be available in the Kafka config folder. Kafka config folder. You can copy zookeeper.properties and server.properties files from Kafka config folder to Kafka bin Windows folder. Can you guys please read this step? Can you guys please read this step now? Copy zookeeper.properties file and server.properties files from Kafka config folder to Kafka bin Windows folder. Okay. Now I have copied. Done. Chalo. Now let's start the Kafka. Let's start the zookeeper first, then start the Kafka. In the Kafka bin Windows, I have zookeeper-server-start.bat. Let me open my command prompt. Let's execute a command. Zookeeper-server-start.bat space zookeeper.properties space zookeeper-properties. This command I have to execute. What is the command? No. Zookeeper-server-start.bat space zookeeper.properties. This is the command I have to execute. Let's right click, command pasted. Okay. Now see, my zookeeper server is getting started. Zookeeper server is starting. Zookeeper is going to give the platform to run the Kafka, guys. So that's why first we need to start the Zookeeper server. Am I able to start the Zookeeper server? Yes. Once the Zookeeper server started, then let's start Kafka server. Okay, what is the command to start the Kafka server? Kafka-server-start.bat, and command will take server.properties as the input. You have seen Zookeeper properties file I have copied, server properties file I have copied. Zookeeper properties is used to start the Zookeeper server, server properties is used to start the Apache server. Now, let me take this command. Go to one more command prompt. Execute this command. Kafka-server-start.bat space server.properties, which is used to start the Kafka server. Kafka server started. On which platform the Kafka server is starting? Kafka server is starting on the Zookeeper platform. First I have started the Zookeeper, then I have started my Kafka. Are you guys clear with this setup? Come on. Now, let me explain you once again the installation process. Most of the people will get confused here. Let me repeat this once again. I want to set up the Kafka in my system. Guys, tomorrow in the company, you are not going to do this setup, guys. Kafka administrator will be available. वो लोग take care करता है भाई. You no need to do this setup in the company. But for our understanding, I'm telling you how to set up this Kafka in our machine. In the company, we are not going to do this setup. In the company, Kafka administrator will be available who will do this setup. We just need to write the code to talk to the Kafka. That's it. You are not going to do the Kafka installation in the company. In my project, we are having Kafka. Do you think that I will set up the Kafka softwares in the systems in my company? No, I'm a developer. Administrator will be available for the Kafka. That administrator will take care of the Kafka setup. Administrator will create the Kafka topic for you. You just need to write the code to talk to the Kafka, to store the message, to take the message. That's it. You are not going to do any installation for the Kafka in the real time. In the real time, Kafka team will be available for that. Okay. But in the practice, in your local, how you can do the setup? First, download the Zookeeper server from this URL. It will give you one zip file. You just extract that zip file. That's it. Then download Apache Kafka from the given URL. So Zookeeper server we are downloading, Apache server we are downloading. They are the zip files. Okay. You extract these two zip files. First step and second step clear. First step and second step clear. Good. Set the path to Zookeeper in the environment variables up to bin folder. We need to set the path for the Zookeeper. Okay. Now here, there is a small trick, guys. Once the path is done for the Zookeeper, in order to start the Zookeeper server, I need a Zookeeper.properties file. In order to start the Apache Kafka server, I need server.properties file. Where these property files are available in the Kafka software? They are available in the Windows folder, or they are available in the config folder? They are available in the config folder. I am copying this Zookeeper.properties and server.properties from the config folder, and I am pasting them in the Windows folder. Because my operating system is Windows, I want to run the commands for the Windows operating system. I'm keeping them here. If you want to run this in the Linux, you will keep in the bin folder directly. If you want to use Windows, then keep these files in the Windows operating system. I have copied two property files from the config folder to Windows folder. That's it. Any confusion? Akila, are you able to understand? Good. Right. Once these files are copied, how to start the zookeeper? This is the command. Where is this command available? In the Kafka bin windows. In the Kafka bin windows, you have that file. Kafka bin windows. In that we have Kafka server-start.bat. Kafka server-start.bat. And we have zookeeper-server-start.bat. To execute the zookeeper server, zookeeper properties file, I will give input. To execute the Kafka server, I will give Kafka server-start.bat. That is what I have done. That is what I have done. So my zookeeper server started with this command. My Kafka server started with this command. Is this clear with the installation and setup now? I repeated. You got the clarity now. Want me to repeat once again? Do you want me to repeat once again? Installation. Enough now? Good. Perfect. Okay. Now with this, our environment is ready, guys. Still, as of now, we have done our environment setup. Now here zookeeper server is running and here Kafka server is running. As we have discussed, how we will store the data in the Kafka? How we are going to store the data in the Kafka? Topic. What is a topic? What is a topic, guys? What is a topic? Topic means one bucket. Okay. We need to create a topic in the Kafka. Every topic will have a name. Every topic will have a name. We need to create a topic and we need to store the data into topic. In order to create a topic, there is a command. In order to create the topic, there is a command. Okay. I am going to create a command called demo SBMS topic. Let me take this command. Now go to Kafka folder. Can you see there is a bat file? Kafka topic.bat. Kafka topic will be available. Now open one more command. Third command prompt I am opening, guys. One command prompt I have opened. Sorry. One command prompt I have opened to start the zookeeper. One command prompt I have opened to start the Kafka server. Now I am going to open one more command prompt to create the topic. One more command prompt I am opening to create the topic. Kafka-topics.bat --create --zookeeper localhost : 2181 replication factor 1 partitions 1 topic name is demo SBMS topic. You can give any name for the topic. Now I'm creating a topic with a name called demo SBMS topic. So what is happened here now? Created a topic demo SBMS topic. Okay. In the real time, for every topic we will give one name. With that name the topic will be created. The 2181 is the default port number of the zookeeper server. 2181 is the default port number of the zookeeper server. Zookeeper server is going to run on the 2181 port number. You got my point? You got my point? Good. Fine. So with this, topic got created. Hey Ashok, can you show me what are the topics available? Can you show me what are the topics available? Yeah, let's go to this command prompt, execute one command. Sorry, not this. 1 second, guys. There is a command that we need to execute to see the topics. Kafka topics.bat list the topics. Why it is not pasting? My system is hanging, guys. Copy this. Okay. It's not taking. Let me type the command Kafka -topics.bat Kafka -topics.bat --list. That means list the topics which are running on the zookeeper space localhost : 2181. That is the port. It is used to display the topics which are created in the Kafka. Can you see our topic here? Demo SBMS topic. I have created the topic. Am I able to see the topic now? I have created a topic in the Kafka and I'm able to see the topic in the Kafka. I will talk about this replication factor partitions, guys. I will talk about these parameters. But first, are you able to understand how to run the zookeeper? how to run the Kafka, how to create the topic, how to see the topics in the Kafka. Do you have clarity on this process now? Do you have clarity or you are getting confused? Theory में तो बहुत मजा आ गया, practical में थोड़ा confusing लग रहा है. So there is nothing confused. The reason is you are listening this for first time. The reason is you are listening for first time. Simple. If you read this note, I have prepared the document for you. You no need to remember everything, guys. You no need to remember everything. Download the server, download the Zookeeper, download the. Can you read this notepad? Then you will understand. No need to butify the things. No need to butify the things. So Zookeeper server started, then Kafka server started, then Kafka topic is created. Kafka topic is created. This is the command to create the Kafka topic. Topic name I am giving, localhost port number I am giving, replication factor I am giving, partition I am giving. Okay, I will come back to this command, guys. Don't worry. I will come back to this command. I will come back to this command. Sixth step is creating the topic. Mr. DP, sixth step is creating the topic in the Kafka. Creating the topic in the Kafka. I will talk about what is this replication factor and what is the partition. I will talk about what is replication factor, what is partition. Now, so this is the command which is used to create the topic in the Kafka. Where we need to create the Kafka topic, you need to go to Kafka folder. You need to go to Kafka Windows folder. There you have a Kafka topics.bat file. From here, from the Windows folder, you need to create the topic. From the Windows folder, you need to create the topic in another command prompt. Another command prompt. Okay. Yeah. Do you want me to write that step also? Create Kafka topic using below command. From Kafka bin Windows folder. From Kafka bin Windows folder. Okay, my Kafka topic is created. Once the topic is created, in the same command prompt, you can execute this command, which will display topics which are created. Which will display the topics which are created. You got it? So with this, our topic is ready. Our Kafka Zookeeper is running, and our Kafka is running, and the topic is also created. We are able to create the topic, and we are able to see the topics which are created. With this environment setup done. With this environment setup done. Okay, now let's come to the actual part, guys. Let's come to the actual part. This is my platform. This is my platform. Who is providing the platform for me? Zookeeper providing the platform for me. Zookeeper providing the platform for me. Inside the Zookeeper, what is there? Inside the Zookeeper, Kafka is there. Inside the Zookeeper, Kafka is there. Inside the Kafka, what is available? Topic is available. This is what I have done now. This is what I have done now. I have started Zookeeper server first. Then I have started Kafka server. In that Kafka, I have created topic. Topic is used to store the messages. Topic is used to store the messages. You understand? You understand? What is the purpose of the topic now? Topic is used to store the messages. Guys, now see here. Now I am going to take one Spring Boot application, guys. Now the real movie. Spring Boot application. I'm going to take one Spring Boot application. Spring Boot application. This application will talk to Apache Kafka, will publish a message to the topic. You understand? You understand? Spring Boot application is going to talk to Kafka topic. Is going to talk to Kafka topic. This application is a REST API which is running on the port number 9090. Now, Can I say this application as a publisher application? Can I say this application as a publisher application? Publish. This application is going to publish 3 messages into the topic, guys. I will show you that application also. I'm going to run my Spring Boot application. That Spring Boot application is running on the port number 9090. That Spring Boot application running on the port number 9090, that is a REST API. The Spring Boot application is a REST API. I will send a request to this REST API with some data. I'm going to send a request to this REST API with some data, users data. I will send as an input for my Spring Boot application, which is running on the port number 9090, which is acting as a publisher. Whenever I send a request to this REST API will publish the message to the Kafka topic. How many messages I am going to send to this application? 3 users data I am going to send as a JSON. 3 users data will be published as 3 messages to the Kafka topic. 3 users data will be published to Kafka topic as 3 messages. Now here I will take one more Spring Boot application. Which is going to act as a consumer, or I can say which is going to act as a subscriber. Which is going to act as what? Subscriber. This Spring Boot application I am going to run on the port number 7070 to give you the clarity. Now this application also connected to Kafka topic. Okay, now it is going to subscribe. Subscriber application is available, publisher application is available. Now you got the clarity how 2 applications are exchanging the data by using Kafka as a mediator. This diagram will give the clarity now. I have 2 applications in my system, guys. One application I am going to use as a producer, another application I am going to use as a subscriber. Now, do you understand this clarity? Do you understand this clearly? What I am going to do now? Can anyone tell me what I am doing now in this diagram? I want someone to speak out, man. Who is interested to speak now? Let me give the chance to Aishwari Dangre. You're from my JRTP batch. Aishwari, can you unmute your mic, buddy? Aishwari Dangre. भैया आपका आवाज नहीं आ रहा. Your voice is not coming. Akila D, you are also from my Java real-time project. Akila, can you speak out, Akila?
Yes,
How are
sir.
you?
I'm fine, sir. How about you?
I'm doing good, Akila.
And yeah, here we are passing some information, like sending the request, having some data to some application, Spring Boot data, which is running on 9090 port number. And directly we are not talking with the Spring Boot 700 application. We are taking the support of like Kafka, nothing but it's a mediator between these 2 applications. So here the which are producing the data now. So this 9090 port application, call it as a publisher, able to generate some data, giving the messages to the appropriate some what will say topic.
Okay.
To some messages. We have like 3 components are there.
Okay.
So it will navigate to appropriate a message in the topic, and then able to delegate the request to the port number 700 and using the help by using Kafka and generating messages will give the same message from the browser, like what will say 7070 Spring Boot application response from here to Kafka, and it will revert it back. So whatever the deliverer like consuming the what will say taking the information from other source to like its own source, call it as a subscriber.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Good. Good, Akila. Yeah. Anyone else who want to take volunteership? Aishwar is, I think he's having some headset issue. Let me pick up cute little boy or cute little girl. Let me find out some name. Sabyasachi. Hi, Sabyasachi.
Hello, sir. After a long
Hey,
time, sir.
hey, Sabyasachi, I can recognize your voice, man. You are from Spring Boot and Java project. I think you're already
Yes,
working. Yeah,
yes, I'm working cognizant, sir.
very good. Yes, sir. Good. Tell me, Sabyasachi, what is this diagram is telling to you?
Okay, sir. So, can you hear me now, sir?
Yeah, I can hear your voice.
So that applications mainly works in PubSub model. So when user makes a request, that request traffic goes to that applications. Then our application will publish that data or what do you call that message, and that message will be kept in Kafka topic, and that Kafka is run based on the Zookeeper. That is an infrastructure that provided by Zookeeper to run the Kafka server. So the
Okay.
message will publish in Kafka topic. So once the message will be kept in Kafka topic, suddenly one event will be raised. So based on that event, the event will be triggered, and whoever is subscribing to the message that is kept already in topic, they will get the data from the topic like subscriber. So based on that, that event will that listener will event that listener will listen that event and get the data from Kafka topic and process the request. Once the request has already been processed, then the response will be revert back to again Kafka topic. Then Kafka topic again revert back to the our main applications. Then main applications will give the final response to the user.
Very good, sir. Very good. You understand it clearly, man.
Yeah,
Good
thank you so
job.
much. Yeah, thank you so much.
Good job, buddy. Good job.
Sir, thank you so much. You recognize my voice. Sir.
Yes, sir. I will not forget my students, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Thank you so much, sir.
good, sir. Yeah, next one. Let me take someone else. Guys, I just want to take confirmation from you whether you are able to understand this diagram or not. Once you confirm that you understand it, then I will show you the live demo. I will execute my two applications and I will show you how the data is exchanging. Next one, Amina Begum. Hi, Amina. Good morning. Can you hear my voice, Amina?
Yeah, hi sir.
Yeah, hi, Amina. Can you speak थोड़ा जोर से बात करो, madam?
So in that application, sir, we have an application. So that is giving some messages in the form of topic.
Okay.
Which act as a publisher to our Kafka, so which is maintaining that topic. So which is being used by the other application like 7070, which act as a subscriber. So that it will take that message from the zookeeper, from that one, from the publisher.
Very good. Very good. Fine, guys. Here, what I am trying to show you here is I have started Zookeeper server, which is providing the platform to run the Apache Kafka. On top of the Zookeeper, Apache Kafka server is running. In that Kafka server, I have created Kafka topic. Kafka topic is used to store the messages. Now, I'm taking one Spring Boot application. I configure the port number as 9090. In that Spring Boot application, I have a REST API. I will send the JSON data as an input for this REST API. This is going to act as a publisher. This application will publish the message to the topic. I will send 3 users data, any number of users data you can send. I'm going to send one JSON array as an input for my REST API. That is a Spring Boot application, which is running on the port number 9090. Then this Spring Boot application will store that data into Kafka topic. How many messages? If you send 3 users data, 3 users data will be stored as 3 messages to the Kafka topic. The moment when you store the message to the Kafka topic by using this application, subscriber will subscribe to that messages. Here, this application is also a Spring Boot application. What I have done in this application is I'm taking the messages from the Kafka. I am printing the messages on the console. That's it. That is the demo that I'm going to show you. Are you guys clear? Are you guys clear? Are you guys clear with this one? One application is going to store the data to the topic. Another application is going to read the data from the topic. The application which is storing the data to the topic is called as a publisher application. The application which is reading the data from the topic is called as a subscriber application. I will call it as application 1. I will call it as application 1, guys, and I will call it as application 2. I have given the different port numbers because same applications, both applications has to run in the same system. I cannot run the two applications on the same machine with the same port numbers. That's why for application 1, I have given the port number as 9090. For application 2, I have given the port number as 7070. Chalo, let me open my IDE. Can you see two applications in my IDE? Guys, it's a workshop. That's why I have already prepared those examples, because doing that coding will take a lot of time. Okay. Application 1, Kafka producer. Application 2, Kafka consumer. Kafka producer, Kafka consumer. Now, let me go to resources. What is the port number available for the producer application? Port number 9090. Let's go to here. Let's go to REST controller available in this application. I have taken one customer REST controller available. I have one customer REST controller. Okay. In the customer REST controller, I have a method called add customer method, which is a post request method. What kind of data it will accept? It can take XML data. It can take the JSON data. List of customers you can send as a JSON to add customer method. This is my REST controller. What I am doing in this REST controller, I am going to customer service. Inside the customer service, what I have? Inside the customer service, I have a method called add customer method. Let me go to customer service. Inside the customer service, I have add customer. What I am doing in the add customer, I am injecting one Kafka template. Inside this, I have a REST controller. REST controller is having a post request method. I will give these applications, guys. I will share this code. Don't worry. I have a REST controller. In the REST controller, I am taking customer data as a JSON. Not one customer data, list of customers data I am taking as a JSON. Not one customer data, list of customer data I am taking as a JSON. Now, do you understand this REST controller method, guys? Do you understand this REST controller method? Is there anything confusing in this REST controller method? No. What I am doing in this REST controller method, I am binding this method to post request. Add customer is the URL. It can consume the JSON data or XML data. In this method, I am taking list of customers as a parameter. That means we can send data to that REST controller in this JSON format. You see here, this is my JSON data. Customer 1, customer 2, customer 3. Some JSON data I am going to send as a input for that REST controller. This JSON data is an array. Can I send more than one customer record? Yes, you can send n number of customers also in the JSON. Let's go to this. That JSON data will come as a input for this method. That JSON data will come as a input for this method. What this REST controller method doing? It is talking to customer service. It is a one Spring Bean class. Inside the customer service, I am having Kafka template. It is a predefined class available in the Spring, guys. Kafka template is a predefined class available in the Spring. Now, list of customers data I got from the REST controller. I am writing a loop. Then I am calling a method called Kafka template.send topic name comma customer object. That means in this topic, I want to store this customer object. That is the logic I have written here. This is called publishing the message to the topic. Very simple. There is a predefined class called Kafka template. In the Kafka template, there is a method called send method. Kafka template.send. To which topic you want to send, you pass the topic name. You pass the topic name. I have created a constant for that. What is the topic name I am giving? Customer is the topic name I am giving. Customer is the topic name I am giving. Kafka template.send topic name comma customer object. Customer object will be converted to JSON. JSON data will be stored to Kafka topic. Are you able to understand this logic? How I am storing a message to the topic? Is this clear? Which is the logic available in the publisher application? Is it difficult? Is it difficult? Difficult? It's simple. You have the list of objects, man. You have the list of objects. You have the list of objects. That list of objects I'm iterating by using a for each loop. Each object I'm storing to the Kafka topic. Each object I'm storing to the Kafka topic. By using which method? Kafka template.send method. Kafka template.send method. This is my topic name and this is the object. Okay. Where is the data coming from? Data coming from REST controller. Who will give the data to the REST controller? I will give it from the Postman. I will give it from the Postman. So do you understand? Do you understand how I have developed a REST controller to take a list of customers and a customer service, which is used to store the data to the topic? Constants.topic name, comma C. Topic name, Kafka template dot send of topic, comma C. Okay. This is going to happen. This is going to happen. This is going to happen. Okay. Now these lines are not required, guys. That is dummy data I have created. So this is the real data. This is the real data. Add customer, which is taking list of customer objects. Customer service dot add of customer service layer method. Inside the service layer method, I'm writing Kafka template dot send topic name, comma C. Okay. Now I have here, guys, there are 3 topics available in my Kafka. What are the 3 topics? Customer topic is available. 13 SBMS topic is available. Demo SBMS topic is available. Which topic I am using in my code? Customer topic I am using in my code, which is used to store the customer data. This topic is already created. This topic is already created. That customer topic I am using. Got it? Got it. Kafka template dot send off topic name, comma which data you want to store into topic. Which data you want to store into topic. Clear for all of you? How to write the data to the Kafka topic? Clear for you? How to write the data to the Kafka topic?
Sir, just a second. I have one question.
Yes, sir.
So actually, here in service layer, we are writing the business logic to send the data to Kafka topics, right? So to send the data to Kafka topic, we use Kafka template, right?
That is a predefined class. You see,
yes,
the import statements of the Kafka template. Kafka template is from which package? Spring Framework.
Yes. To Kafka template is a predefined class to send the data to Kafka topic, right?
Exactly.
So here we are sending Kafka message to Kafka topic as a customer object, right?
Right.
Okay, and this is a topic name. Whoever
Yes.
in
which topic you want to store the data, you need to specify the topic name. Which data you want to store in the topic, you need to pass the data as a second parameter.
Okay, and it returned a successful message, right? Okay, sir, I got it. I got the point.
You got the point, now?
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much.
What is this for loop?
Well, sir, here we are sending list of customer objects. So we are iterating. After iterating, we'll get one list of one customer object, and we are passing other object as a customer object.
Yeah, right. Guys, so many people are asking so many questions. Where you have written the logic to connect to the topic? Where is the Kafka? I will come to everything, man. Configuration part, you leave it. First, you understand the code to publish a message to the topic. I will show you configuration also. I have taken 3 hours to explain. Can't I take another 10 minutes to show you the configuration? You please wait. I will give you that also. Here, there is a class called producer config. Producer config.java. This is the class which is going to connect to the Kafka server. Bootstrap servers we have to configure, key serializers, value serializers, JSON serializer I have given. I will come to this producer config class also. It is used to connect to the Kafka server. Okay, I will come to that. Wait. Now, I'm showing you first simple thing. REST controller. REST controller will take the list of customers' data. That REST controller will be giving the data to customer service. Customer service iterating that list and storing the data to the topic by using Kafka template.send method. Chalo. Can I run my application now? Can I see? Can I show you that? Can I run my application once? Right click, run as boot app. Right click, run as boot app. Which application I'm running? Sabichachi, can you tell me which application I'm running now?
Sir, publisher application.
Publisher application. On which port number it is running?
It runs on 9090.
9090. What is the logic available in the publisher application?
To send the data to Kafka topic.
How I will give the data to this publisher application? By using Postman.
Yes.
You got it?
Yes, I got
Publisher
it.
application is a REST API. For the publisher REST API, I will send the data by using Postman.
Yes.
For the publisher REST API, I will send the data by using Postman. Guys, give me 1 second. I'm getting continuous call from my mother. Let me talk to her once. 1 minute, guys. I will just tell that I'm in the class. I will call her after some time.
Yes, sir. Go ahead, sir.
Hello. అమ్మ నేను క్లాస్లో ఉన్నాను మళ్ళీ చేస్తాను 5 minutes లో నేను మళ్ళీ చేస్తాను క్లాస్ అయిపోయినాక yeah right guys so here I'm running one application Spring Boot application. The Spring Boot application is running on the port number 9090 and I want to give the request to this Spring Boot application with JSON data. I want to give the data to this application with JSON data. Now, how I will give the data to this application, guys? JSON data by using Postman. Okay, I will give that. Now, publisher application is running. Guys, can you see in the console 01 Spring Boot Apache Kafka? What is the meaning of 01 Apache Kafka? Can you see 01 Spring Boot Apache Kafka as a publisher application? It is running on the console. Yes. It is running on the console. Is there any message available in the console as of now? Let me clear this. Okay. Is there any, guys, observe the console point here. It is very important. 01 Spring Boot Apache Kafka console. No message available. Now, I have another application called consumer application. Consumer application. In the consumer application, I have written one simple method which is called Kafka listener. Which is called what, guys? Kafka listener. This Kafka listener should listen to which topic? This Kafka listener listen to which topic? Here already I stored the message in the topic. Na? This Kafka listener should listen to this particular topic. For that, I have given @Kafka listener topic name is equal to Kafka constants.topic. I told that, hey, this method should be listening to the topic. Whenever the message comes to the topic, you take that message and you print on the console system.out.println. So do you understand this method now? Do you understand this method? What is the purpose of this method? This method is acting as a consumer. This method is acting as a consumer. Now let me go here. Guys, tell me what is the logic I have in this method to send the data to the topic? Can I send Kafka template dot? Can I say that Kafka template dot send method, which is having topic name comma some object? Yes. Is this logic available in the publisher application? What is the purpose of Kafka template dot send method?
To send the data to a particular topic.
Now what is the logic I have written?
To get the data from a particular topic.
Kafka listener. I have given topic name. So from the publisher side, we are using Kafka template dot send. That means from the publisher application, I have a logic to store the data to the topic by using Kafka template send method. I'm storing the data to the topic. Kafka template is a predefined class given by the Spring. Kafka template dot send topic name comma object. That means this object will be sent to this topic. Okay. Now in the subscriber side, what I have done? I have written one method. In that method, I have given Kafka listener. I'm giving the name of the topic. So whenever publisher publish a message to the topic, listener should listen to that message. Listener will subscribe to that message. Listener will take that message. You got it? What is the code I'm writing at the publisher side? What is the code I'm writing at the subscriber side? How, guys, I'm not showing you configuration as of now. Forget about the configuration. First thing is how to publish a message, how to subscribe a message. Connecting, I will talk about it. How publisher will connect, how consumer will connect, I will talk about that later. First of all, can you tell me, are you able to understand what is the purpose of send method? What is the purpose of send method? What is the purpose of send method? Send method is used to send the message to the topic. So in the Kafka, are you going to have only one topic, or we will have multiple topics there? Are you going to have only one topic, or we are going to have multiple topics there? Multiple topics. So how can you send a message to particular topic? That's why I'm passing topic name as a first parameter. I'm passing topic name as a first parameter. Got it? Kafka template.send topic name. Kafka template.send topic name, comma, object, which is going to store the data to that topic. Okay, right. Next one, Kafka listener. What is the meaning of listener? Who is going to listen to that topic and take the message from the topic? I have taken one annotation called Kafka listener. What is the purpose of this annotation? That means whenever producer produce a message to the topic, you listen to that topic and you take that message and you print that message on the console. That is the logic. Sabhi samajh mein aaya na aaya?
Yes, I got the point.
Okay.
Sir, and I have one question. So my question is, if there is a huge request traffic, then every time it will keep the request in the Kafka topic, or at a time it will keep all the request related data in a Kafka topic?
All the data you can keep in the topic. I mean, you can
At a
keep
single
one. Yeah, in the single shot you can keep, in the multiple shots you can keep. I will show you that we can explore the methods in the Kafka template. We can explore the methods in the Kafka template. Currently, I'm keeping what? One by one I'm keeping. How many? I mean, I'm getting a list now. In the list, if I have 10 records are there in the list, then what I will do? 10 messages I'm keeping. For every message, listener will be called and listener will be listen and listener will be taking that message. 3 messages I'm storing, 3 messages I will subscribe. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Now, chalo.
Automatically when the request comes, it will keep in topic, then listener will take the data.
Now you see the demo now. Now second application also I'm running. Can you tell me what is the port number available for the second application?
7070.
Okay, 7070. First application?
9090.
Second application?
7070.
9090 application acting as a publisher. 7070 application acting as a subscriber. Okay?
Yes.
Let's run the second. First application already running. First application console having nothing. Now go to second application. Run as boot app. So how many applications are running in my IDE now?
2.
2 applications are running. One application running on the port number 9090. Another application running on the port number 7070. Is this clear as of now, guys?
Yes.
Hello. Now let me clear the console. Okay, guys. First, I want to show you how to switch the console from one application to another application. Currently, console is displaying for which application? Can anyone tell me?
Consumer application it is showing.
How can you understand that it is a consumer application console?
Then it is showing directly.
It is showing the name now. Can you see the name?
Yes.
Yeah. What is this? 02 SB Apache Kafka consumer. That means it is the console of the consumer application. How to switch to producer console? In this,
there is a drop down.
There is a computer symbol is available, right?
Yes.
Click on this computer symbol. So how many applications are running? Producer application is running, consumer application is running. Currently, which console selected? Consumer. Switch to producer. Now, can you see which console is displaying now?
Producer.
Producer console is displaying. So you know how to switch the console from one application to another application?
Yes.
Yes. Now, currently, I am opening producer console. That is 01 Spring Boot Apache Kafka producer console is there. Nothing available in the producer. If I switch to consumer console also having nothing. 2 consoles are completely free. Okay. Now go to Postman, guys. Now go to Postman. Chalo. Let's open Postman. Why I am using Postman? Do you know the purpose of Postman?
Yes.
Why I am using Postman?
To send the data request.
I'm using the Postman to send the data to the REST API. To which REST API I will send the data? I will send the data to the first application or second application?
First application.
First application. I will send the data to first application. Then what this first application will do?
Keep the data in Kafka topic.
Then what will happen once you store the data to Kafka topic? What will happen?
Then another application will subscribe that message.
Second application will take. Do I need to tell to the second application to take the data, or it is already listening to the topic?
Already listening to topic.
How you mention that? How you can keep the application listening to the topic?
So that annotation we are using.
Very good. That is what I want, man. Whenever you write the Kafka listener, that application is continuously listening to the topic. Whenever the data comes, immediately it will pick up the data. You don't need to do anything manually now. Now I will show you the demo. Chalo, okay. Now I have opened my Postman. Okay. Post request I want to send. Add customer is the URL. Body data. Let's go for body. I will keep users data in the body and customers data in the body. How many customer records I'm sending?
3
records. Can you see the JSON array now?
Yes.
Okay. Before going to make a post request to the producer application, what is there in the producer console? Nothing. What is there in the consumer console? Nothing. चलो एक बार भगवान को नमस्कार करो सब लोग. We should not 3 घंटा का effort. Now is there in one button click. If I click on that button, हमारा workshop खत्म. Live demo. सब लोग नमस्कार किया?
Yes.
दबाओ button.
Yes, sir. Click on. Let's see.
दबाओ.
Yes, sir. Go ahead, sir.
Right, chalo. Ready? 1, 2, 3, start. I have sent the request to that. What is the response I got? Customer record added to Kafka queue successfully. Now go to the console of our application. Now, can you see, guys, in the listener console, what happened? Can you see in the second console? Yeah, can I switch the consoles now? Go to the first console. What is the first console? Sent me message response now.
Yes, message published to Kafka, right?
What is this? What is this told me now? What is this told me now? What is happening in the producer console?
Producers keep on sending the request data to topic.
What is the response I got from the first application? Message published to Kafka topic. Now go to second console. What is happened in the second console?
Message received by consumer application.
Yes, man. Yes. So whatever I have explained from the last 3 hours, are you able to see practically?
Yes, sir.
Finally, man, we are done with what is Apache Kafka, what is producer, what is consumer. Now little bit coding is there that we have to understand. Anyhow, coding will be there that we have to understand. But finally, are you able to understand how systems are connecting with the message queue now? Are you able to understand how systems are connected with the message queues?
Yes. So this is for adding. When you retrieve the data, suppose I'm retrieving list of data. So the data is already stored in Kafka topic. That data we will retrieve, right?
Exactly. Now you see in the Postman what the data I'm sending in the Postman. What data I'm sending in the Postman? JSON data. Yes or no? I'm sending the JSON data. Okay. Now here in the producer application, what is the logic I have? What is the logic I have? What is the logic I have in the producer? JSON data, whatever I'm getting, I'm converting that JSON data into 3 objects. Because in my JSON data, 3 records are available. In my JSON data, I'm having 3 records. So I'm converting that 3 records into 3 messages. Got it? 3 records I'm converting into 3 messages. If you don't want to consider it as a 3 records, sir, I don't want to consider it as a 3 records. Can you keep everything as a single record? Can you keep everything as a single record? Then what I will do, instead of taking list as a parameter, if I take a string as a parameter, then what will happen, man? Everything will come as a single JSON or not?
Yes.
Understand? So can I publish that complete data as a one message to the topic now?
Yes.
Yes or no?
Yes.
So it depends upon your requirement, guys. It depends upon your requirement. Do you want to store all the customers' data as a single message, or do you want to store every customer record as one message?
So here we'll pass only that JSON as
Exactly. That's it.
Okay.
Now I am taking what? List of customers. Why I have taken list of customers? I want to represent 3 records for you. I want to show you how to publish multiple messages. If I take string as a response, string as a parameter, what will happen? Complete JSON data will come as a single JSON. Complete 3 records will come as a single JSON. Then I no need to write any loop. I no need to write any loop in my service class. Directly what I will do in my service class? Do I need to write the loop in the service class, or I no need to write any loop in the service class now?
No.
I no need to write this loop. Then what I will do? Directly I will pass the JSON as a parameter. Then what will happen? Complete data will go in the single shot to the Kafka topic. Complete data will go to the Kafka topic in single shot. Samjhe?
Yes. Here in parameter we need to pass string JSON.
That's it.
Yes. Okay.
That's it. Chalo. Okay. Now my application running on the port number 9090. It is a REST API. For this application, I am giving data from the Postman as a request. Okay. How I am sending the data from the Postman to my REST API running on the 9090? I'm giving the JSON data as a input. Now, what my REST API is doing? My REST API taking the JSON data in the form of list of objects. Then it is giving the objects data to my service class. My service class iterating that collection. Each record it is pushing to the Kafka topic by using Kafka template.send method. Which class I am using to push the message to the Kafka topic? I am using Kafka template. What is a Kafka template? Kafka template is a predefined class given by the Spring framework to integrate with the Apache Kafka. How you are integrating Spring Boot with Apache Kafka? Who is helping you to interact with the Kafka topic? Kafka template. Kafka template. Are you guys able to understand? Now,
yes.
Simple man. Simple. The thing is, you have a Java application and you have a database. How Java application communicating with the database?
A query, some query we are writing.
No. Driver class.
Okay.
Helping you to establish the connection from Java application to database?
Driver
JDBC
class.
Driver class will be available. If you want to connect with Oracle database, there is a Oracle driver. Yes. Now here I have a Java application and I'm using Spring application. Now my Spring application want to connect with Apache Kafka. Which class I need to use to establish the connection from Spring to Kafka?
Kafka template.
Exactly. That is what I want from you. Kafka template. Now you understand what is the purpose of Kafka template?
Yes.
If Java application want to talk to the database, Oracle database, now I am using Oracle driver. If Java application want to communicate with the Oracle database, then we will use Oracle driver. Oracle driver will establish the connection with the Oracle database. Similarly, if a Spring application want to talk to Apache Kafka, Spring provided a class called Kafka template. By using Kafka template, we can talk to Kafka topics. You got it? That is what I am doing now. Here I have a zookeeper. In that zookeeper, I am running the Kafka. In that Kafka, I have created a topic. Okay, now I have developed one Spring Boot application. In that REST controller is available. For that REST controller, I am giving the JSON data. That REST controller giving that JSON data in the form of collection to the service. Service iterating that collection. Every object it is storing into Kafka topic by using Kafka template.send method. Kafka template.send topic name comma object. Which topic, which data. Now here I have another Spring Boot application which is running on the port number 7070. In that application I have written one method. For that method I have given Kafka listener. What is the purpose of this Kafka listener now?
Listen that message from.
Do I need to tell to this application to listen, or it will listen automatically?
Automatically to listen.
Because we have given this annotation. To which topic it will listen?
topic name that already mentioned. We need to.
Right. Now, guys, in the real time, what is your work is developing the publisher or developing the consumer. They will create the Kafka topic also. They will give the topic name for you. You need to use the topic name and you need to connect to the topic and you need to publish the message or you need to subscribe the message based on your requirement. Based on your requirement.
So the zookeeper is to give the infrastructure to run the Kafka. That's
Yes, it will provide the environment.
Okay. Only
It will
work is to
provide
give environment to run the Kafka.
Exactly.
Okay. And sir, there is a publisher and subscriber. There is in the project, there is a separate team for publisher subscriber, or one team they are handling both the
No,
applications.
it depends upon what is your API responsibility. You need to understand your API is doing publishing or subscribing. Based on that, you will write the logic.
Okay.
Got it?
Yes, I got it.
Yeah. Someone is asking a question now. What is the difference between REST API and Apache Kafka? Bhaiya, ये 3 घंटा का discussion है भाई. Okay. Right. Now, see here. Now let's look into the code, guys. Let's look into the code that what I have done coding to connect to the Kafka topic. Right. And see here, producer application available. In the producer application, I have some dependencies. Okay. Boot starter dependency, web starter dependency. And to work with the Kafka, I have taken 2 dependencies. One is a Kafka streams and another one is a Spring Kafka. These are the 2 dependencies I have added in the producer application and consumer application. One is Kafka streams, another one is Spring Kafka. We need to add these dependencies manually in the pom.xml. If you want to use Apache Kafka in your project, then you need to add these 2 dependencies. I am developing a REST API. For developing a REST API, I am using a web starter. And these are the 2 dependencies I'm adding in the pom.xml. That's it, nothing else. Now, go to start class. This is my Spring Boot application start class. Is there anything special in the start class? Nothing.
No.
Normal Spring Boot start class. Got it? Yeah. Next one, the very important thing is Kafka producer config class. This is the class which is establishing the connection between our Java application and the Spring Boot. Are you able to follow this? Guys, here 3 things I have given in the Kafka producer configuration. One is bootstrap server. That means where your Kafka server is running the URL of the Kafka. That is called bootstrap server. Then key serializer and value serializer of your key serializer and value serializer of your topic. Key is what? Topic name. Value is what? Customer data. So how I am storing the data? Kafka topic dot Kafka template dot send of key comma value. So now can I say this is a key and can I say this is a value? Can I say this is a key and can I say this is a value?
Yes.
Okay. Now, so what is the format of your key? What is the format of your value that we are configuring by using key serializer and value serializer? 3 things: bootstrap servers, key serializer, value serializer. Bootstrap servers represents the URL of your Kafka server. URL of Kafka server. I am writing that in the Kafka constants. I'm writing that in the Kafka constants. Where is the Kafka running now? What is the host of the Kafka? Localhost 9092. Localhost 9092. This is the host of the Kafka and this is the topic of the Kafka. I have created a group, guys. Group nothing but multiple messages can be stored as a single group. Multiple messages can be stored as a single group. That's why I have taken this group ID. Now, are you able to one second. Yes. Are you able to understand what I am doing in this config? What is the purpose of a bootstrap server? What is the purpose of key serializer? What is the purpose of value serializer? What is the key serializer and what is the value serializer?
Yes, sir. The key is a string type. This is a string serializer.
Key is a string type. That means I'm specifying that as a key, as a string serializer. That means key will be considered as a string. Now I am giving value serializer. Value is what type? How you want to store the value to the Kafka topic? Do you want to store the object or you want to store as a JSON?
JSON object.
JSON data. So JSON serializer. Even though I am passing object as a parameter, how this object data will be stored into Kafka topic now? As a JSON. Because I am giving JSON serializer for the value. In your Kafka template send method, even though you are passing send of topic name comma customer object, this customer object will be stored to the topic directly, or this customer object will be converted to JSON and JSON will be stored to the topic.
JSON will be stored in the topic.
How it will understand that it has to convert the object into JSON? That is the value serializer.
Serializer, yes.
You understand?
Yes.
Key serializer I am giving as a string. Value serializer I am giving as a JSON. What is the meaning of that? So here for the send method I am passing key comma value. Key is the topic which is a string. Value is the object. Don't store the object into the topic. Convert the object into JSON and store the JSON data into Kafka topic. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Itna difficult क्यों करना है? Can I directly take the JSON data from the REST controller? That is also fine, you can do. But I want to show you in the real time how the implementation will happen. If I don't want to confuse you, then what I will do? Simply I will take the JSON data as an input for the REST controller. I will pass the JSON data by using send method. Then everything will be stored as a single message in the Kafka as a JSON data. Got it? This is the producer config. Host name, key serializer, value serializer. Bootstrap server. Bootstrap server means where your Kafka running. Where is the Kafka running for me? Kafka running in my machine or Kafka running in a different machine?
Different machine.
In the same computer Kafka is running or in a different computer Kafka is running?
Same. That's why localhost we have used.
Same computer may it is running. It is running in the same machine. That's why I'm giving in the local host.
Yes.
Tomorrow in the company, Kafka server will run in your machine or Kafka server will run in the different machine?
Different machine, sir.
Then what should be the host of that?
The IP address that
you need to give the IP of the machine where your Kafka is running in the real time. Who will give you the Kafka URL? Kafka team will give you the Kafka URL. You just need to configure that Kafka URL has a host. That is called Bootstrap servers. That is called as what? Bootstrap servers. They will give you the complete URL. You just need to configure that URL. You need to give the Bootstrap URLs. Key serializer is the string and the value serializer is the JSON. This is what the Kafka producer class.
So I have one question.
Okay.
So
you wait, because it's already delayed now. So let me complete my explanation first. Later I will take the demos. I mean doubts. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Because if you keep on asking that and it is getting delayed, people are already feeling hungry. Chalo, right guys. Now here I am taking one Kafka producer class. Here I'm taking one Kafka producer class. In this producer class, I'm setting Bootstrap servers. I'm setting Bootstrap servers. Bootstrap servers will represent the URL of your Kafka server. Where is your Kafka server running? And this is the key serializer and this is the value serializer. Key serializer represents what is the topic, what is the topic data type, and the value serializer represents how you want to store that data. Okay. Now, when we go to service class, Kafka template.send method, topic name and topic value. Topic name is a string, topic value is an object. Okay. I don't want to store the object to the topic directly. That's why I'm configuring key is a string and the value is the JSON serializer. That means JSON value will be whatever the object you are passing as a parameter to the send method, that object will be converted to JSON data. That JSON data will be stored into topic as a message. Okay. JSON data will be stored into topic as a message. With this, I hope you got the clarity on how the producer application is running. I don't have any other configuration, guys. I don't have any other configuration in the producer application. So this is my Spring Boot start class. There is nothing new in the Spring Boot start class. I have one producer config class. In the producer config class, I'm writing a producer factory. I'm setting the bootstrap servers, I'm setting the key serializer, I'm setting the value serializer. Then I'm customizing Kafka template. I'm customizing the Kafka template. Kafka template is a predefined class. I want to create the Kafka template by passing this producer configuration. This is customizing the bean. I am creating the Kafka template by passing producer factory as an input. Okay, by using @bean. Do you know what is the purpose of @bean? 16 SBMS people. Just to 1 week back only we discussed what is @bean. @bean is used to create our own object with the customization. Then Spring will consider this as a Spring Bean. I am creating my own object. I am setting my own data. Spring is going to consider this object as a Spring Bean. So this is the Kafka template. Producer configuration. Producer configuration I'm injecting into Kafka template through constructor. Can I say I'm doing constructor injection? Can I say I'm doing a constructor injection here? I am passing producer factory object as a constructor parameter to the Kafka template. I am creating the Kafka template object and I am representing that Kafka template as a Spring Bean. That's it. This is the configuration that is required to talk to Kafka server. This is called producer API. This is what API, guys? Producer API. With this logic only, my first application able to connect with the Kafka application. Samjha? The complete connection logic available in the producer config. So this is my configuration. To represent this class as a configuration class, I'm taking @configuration annotation. To represent this class as a configuration class, I'm taking @configuration annotation. Okay, configuration is clear. Then I have REST controller. I have a REST controller. In this REST controller, I have one method which is called add customer. Add customer. It is going to take the JSON data or it can take the XML data. Now, this is going to talk to service layer. Service class is available. Go to service class. What I am doing in the service class, Kafka template is injected. I have customized Kafka template. Kafka template already knows what is the bootstrap server, what is the key serializer, what is the value serializer. Iske baad, now I am having a method. In this method, I have a collection as a parameter. I'm iterating that collection. I'm using Kafka template.send method. Topic name comma value. Topic is a string, value is a JSON. I am passing object, but Kafka template already know value serializer. Value serializer is the JSON. This object will be converted to JSON and it will be stored to topic. After storing the data to the topic, it will print one SOP statement. If you pass 10 objects in the collection, 10 messages will be stored to the single topic. Topic name and a message. So this is my producer application. Anything else available in the producer application? In the resource file also nothing, just I have a port number. Are you clear with the producer application? Are you clear with the producer application now? Is the coding difficult? Producer config is little bit confusing. But are you going to do the configuration daily? Or it's only one time? It's only one time. Commands.txt file, I have kept my commands here for you. Notes I have given here, commands. I will share it as a separate file for you guys. This is just for reference purpose. I kept that file. People are asking repeat भैया 3 घंटे से continuously मैं बात कर रहा हूँ. You can watch the video once again, guys. I will give the video. Repeating means I'm getting throat pain. It's non-stop class. Na? Please concentrate. If you ask me to repeat, you will just write repeat. But for me, lag jayegi. Okay. Next, producer completed now. Then go to consumer. Okay. Right. Here, consumer. Are we doing anything extra in the consumer? No. Web dependency, Kafka streams, Kafka dependencies. Same dependencies. Whatever the dependencies I have in the producer application, same dependencies I'm using in the consumer application. Let's go to start class. Anything new in the start class? 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 Any Anything new in the start class? There is nothing new in the start class. How the producer having a configuration, consumer also will have a configuration. How the producer having the configuration, consumer also having a configuration. Here I am writing consumer factory. Here also bootstrap servers, key deserializer, value deserializer. Producer having a serializer, consumer having a deserializers. Look at this class, guys. I will give some 1 or 2 minutes rest for my throat. Just look at this class once. Look at this class once. Got it? So this is our consumer configuration. This is our consumer configuration. Bootstrap servers, group ID, key deserializer, value deserializer. Key serializer and value deserializer. So here we are giving bootstrap servers. The bootstrap servers are used to connect to the Kafka. Bootstrap servers are used to connect to Kafka. Bootstrap servers are used to connect to Kafka. You got it? You got it? Fine. Fine. Group ID we have not mentioned. Group ID we have not mentioned in the producer. Here we are mentioning the group ID. So what is this group ID in the consumer config? What is the group ID in the consumer config that you are asking? Group ID. Okay, guys, for every consumer, we can give one group ID. For every consumer, we can give one group ID. Now, multiple consumers will be available for the messages. Na? Multiple consumers will be available for the messages, right? So whenever you publish a message to the topic, only one subscriber will consume or multiple subscribers will consume. Can you tell me? Only one subscriber will consume or multiple subscribers will consume? Multiple subscribers will consume. Now, for every consumer, we can give one unique ID that is called group ID. For every consumer, we are giving one unique ID that is called as a group ID. You got my point now? There is nothing new with that. There is nothing to deal with the group ID. It is just giving one ID for the consumer. That's it. What is the group ID I am giving here? Group underscore customer. That means anybody, any application which wants to take the customer's data from the customer's topic, I will give as a customer group. It can be anything. It can be anything. It is just one identifier. It is just one ID I am giving for the consumer. It is just one idea I'm giving for the consumer. You understand now? You understand now? That is one idea I'm giving for the consumer. It can be anything. It can be anything. Group of consumers who are connecting to one topic, I will give the same name. That's it. Kafka listener config is there. This is used to connect to the Kafka topic to listen the messages. Key deserializer, value deserializer. JSON deserializer. That means I'm telling to this consumer, hey, JSON data will come from the topic. Deserializer, you will get the JSON data, you deserialize that JSON data to the Java object. Okay, serialization is general purpose. Generally in the Java, you know serialization. Na? You know what is serialization? converting the object to bits and bytes. Converting the objects to what? Bits and bytes. Converting the objects to bits and bytes is called as serialization. Converting the object to bits and bytes is called as serialization. And what is the deserialization? Bits and bytes converting back to Java object. Converting the object, now object data is there. Object converted to bits and bytes. What is this is called? It is called as serialization. And it is called as what? It is called as deserialization in the Java. Deserialization in the Java. Okay. But here in the Kafka, what I am doing, object I am sending in the JSON, and that is called serialization. And the JSON data I am converting back to Java object, that is called deserialization. That is called deserialization. It is Kafka. It is Kafka. Okay. Now in this Kafka, from the Kafka, I want my object back. I want my object back. Okay. I have my object. I'm sending JSON data to the topic and I'm getting JSON data from the topic. Here I want to do serialization at the producer side and I want to do the deserialization at the consumer side. That's it. This is the value serialization. Whatever the value I will give to Kafka topic, that you serialize that and say store in the JSON format. Now in the producer, I am passing object as a second parameter to the send method. You serialize that and store the JSON data to the Kafka. Whenever consumer taking that data, Kafka contains JSON. You deserialize that JSON data into Java object. That is the meaning of value deserializer. Kafka producer having serializer, Kafka consumer having deserializer. You understand it? What is serializer? What is a deserializer now? Serializer means convert the object into JSON. Deserializer means convert the JSON to Java. Serialize, deserialize. Serialize, deserialize. Who is doing serialization in this execution flow? Who is doing the serialization in this execution flow? Who is doing the serialization in this execution flow? Producer. Who is doing the deserialization in this flow? Consumer. So in the producer configuration I have, if I open producer config.java, if I open producer config.java, you can find serializer in that. If I open producer config.java, you can find serializer in that. JSON serializer. Serializer. What does it mean? Whatever the object I am giving, you serialize into JSON and store into topic. If you see consumer configuration, you deserialize. Whatever the data coming from the topic, you deserialize into Java object. That is the meaning. That is the meaning of it. You understand? Producer config and consumer config. Producer config and consumer config. Chalo. Now let's look at our consumer application, guys. Customer service. This is for adding. Go to consumer project. Close the producer project and go to consumer project. Customer service. Customer service. Yeah. What is the logic I'm writing here? What is the logic I'm writing here? What is the logic I'm writing here? I'm writing the logic to act as a listener. So this method will be continuously listening to the topic and this listener ID is this. This is my consumer ID, a unique ID for every consumer. Okay. Public customer listener, I'm getting the data. In the Kafka, data stored in the form of object or in the Kafka, data stored in the form of JSON. In the Kafka, data stored in the form of object or data stored in the JSON, JSON. But what my method is expecting, what my listener is expecting, object. Who is converting the JSON to object? Who is converting the JSON to object? Deserializer. Who is doing that conversion, guys? Deserializer is doing that conversion. Got it? Consumer side deserializer converting that object. Maya. Completed, guys. Completed. I have given the walkthrough of the code also. What is the producer configuration? What is the consumer configuration? Now, someone is asking a question. What is the replication factor? Yes. Whenever you are creating the Kafka topic, I have given the replication factor. I have given the replication factor. Okay, what is the replication factor? Replication factor represents how many copies of message you want to create. How many copies of the message you want to create. Because whenever one subscriber subscribe to that message will be deleted from the topic. Now, simple example, man. You come here. Okay. Amazon keeping one message. Amazon keeping one message. Now, when the Facebook has taken that message, that message will be deleted from the top because that message already subscribed. That message is gone. But Amazon want to give that message to only Facebook. Amazon want to give the same message to Gmail also. That's where that replication factor partitions we are going to create. How many copies of the message you want to create? If you are dealing with multiple subscribers, then you will create the multiple messages, each message for one subscriber. That copy of the messages we are going to create. So how many copies you want to create, that we are specifying by using our creation command. Okay, replication factor one copy I want to create, one message. Okay, once that message is subscribed, that message will be deleted from the topic. Are you guys able to follow? If I keep two, what will happen? If I keep two, what will happen? Two subscribers can consume the same message. Got it? Fine, guys. Thank you, all of you, for joining this session. I think in my life, this is the first time I have taken continuously for almost 3 hours 40 minutes single session without any break. Pata nahi kya hoga mera throat ko kal. Okay. Evening no class. I can't take the class in the evening now. I can't take the class. My voice will not support. I can't take the class in the evening now. Next week I will plan one more session, guys. One more workshop like Redis Cache or Microservice Saga pattern, something like that. I will plan one workshop in the next Sunday. Right? Guys, if you like this workshop, if you feel this workshop is useful, then please write your feedback to me using this review form I have given in the chat. So please write your feedback. If you feel this workshop is useful, I have taken your 4 hours of time on Sunday. So I think I have not wasted your time. These 4 hours, there is something that you can get from this workshop. It's worthy. I feel that. If you feel this is worthy, then please write your feedback in the Google. That is my Google review form. Some people, I'm extremely sorry for the people who are attending from US, Canada. I think it's morning 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock for you. Next time I will plan some little early, morning 3 a.m. I like your patience. I think there are some people from US who are attending this class. It's morning 3 a.m. for them. So I appreciate your patience. I appreciate your patience. Thank you, guys. Thanks for joining this. Thanks for joining this. I will share this Telegram. I will share the details in the Telegram. Ashok IT Telegram channel is there now. You join in the Telegram. I will share this video. I will share these notes. I will share these examples in the Telegram. I will post in the Telegram. So please join with us in the Telegram. This is our Telegram group link. Anybody who is not able to access the Telegram, please go to Telegram app and type @Ashok IT official. You can join in the Telegram. I will share this class video, class notes, class example in the Telegram so that you can practice it. People are asking JRTP new batch and DevOps new batch. I will update that in the Telegram, guys. So by tomorrow, I will update the schedule of my new batches in the Telegram. Okay? For new batches, I will update free workshop. What is the next workshop? Next workshop, most probably Redis Cache or Saga design pattern. I will update that workshop details also in the Telegram. All my updates you can get from the Telegram. Okay? 18 JRTP people, tomorrow we have a class, guys. Today is not the last day. 18 JRTP, we have a class tomorrow at same time, 8:30. Good? Fine, guys. Fine. Thank you, all of you. Thank you, thank you. Thank you so much for attending this class. Yeah, please write your feedback. Good. Have a nice Sunday. I think half of the session I have already, half of the Sunday I have taken. The remaining half day you can enjoy. Thank you guys. I will see you in the next workshop. Next Sunday we will plan one workshop. I will update what is the topic for the next workshop on the next Sunday. You can watch all the updates from the Telegram.